Hello, hello everyone. What a week, what a week. Hello Blue, hello Random. Web Abuser, I still love that you changed the name. Hello Saint. Yes, name my least favorite chatter. Ambre. Bubonic Tonic, hey. I'm so happy since last week. It's one doodle thing after the other, and one thing that I found very interesting. Turns out, hello Vanilla Beanie. And turned out Doodle had a boyfriend apparently that not many knew about, called Jace. And you know, as a supportive boyfriend, what do you do when it turns out your partner gets into drama? What will you do? Of course, you wake up with them in a panic and run to Lio, right? As one does. So, and they were also in the Cloud Palace that has recently come out. You know, the logs from that. And turns out, that, you know, someone was a real shit talker. Quite funny. So, and then someone called Win got them in a call in the SCC courthouse. Some of you who followed the drama from the beginning might remember Win from a Lio call, where Win was in a closet and Lio was in a McDonald's. It's that Win. You know, they've been gone for a year after apparently Hitten talked some shit about them, like making false allegations, you know? So that's some of the stuff we will learn today. We are up for a fun time. Hello, got the weird... I think it was May with the weird letter. May the letter fucks you up. Hello, Lizzie. Welcome. Hi, love. Welcome to the crash out. So let's get right into that. Oh yeah, this is a copy of a call I had with a person named Jace, formerly Ino or Mars. Recorded by Asuka. Frankly, I think this is the closest we'll get to a call with June or Hitten. I still need to learn about June. I heard the name come up a couple of times, but I still don't know much about them, so that's something I will get behind because it's always in a very funny... It seems also to be like a mean, like a meanie. Like a mean shitter. Quantum! Hello! Quantum gets the little guy. The ACC iceberg never ends. It never does. It never does. I swear, when you're almost done with one topic, you already find the next person. Oh, what news, Embre? Hey, congratulations! I have my reasons for not having a call with June anymore. They are already public, but I will elaborate more after the call. One thought is that I would probably not be civil at all. Hello, Mercury! Shelly May, hello! Welcome to the crash out. Yes, the Hitmitsu and June video is still on indefinite hiatus, and I do not know if I will go through with it anymore, given my physical health problems. PCOS and nosebleeds. Yeah, if it's bad for women's health, they should probably not do it. Even though I would be very curious about a hidden video. To make this more understandable, I will put up the screenshots I sent for Chase to see on screen with a mouse click, along with additional context, if needed. Pause to read. I hope this will make up for it. They're apologizing for having no voice changer. Oh no.
Oh. Hello. Hey. I'm guessing you're nervous. I don't... Well, actually, I do kind of blame you, but Alright, let's...
No, I get it. Trust me.
Full disclosure, this is not directly at you, so I hope I'm not gonna get angry, but I just recently discovered something.
No, Doodles is not in here. It's just their ex. They're now ex. Doodles ain't in here. They broke up. They don't want to talk.
Yoon said about me that actually genuinely made me hate him. So I'm gonna try to control my temper throughout this call. And I'm gonna go with the preamble here. I recognize that you are not the main perpetrator in this fiasco or the one orchestrating the lies behind the scenes. So I will do my best to not lose my temper.
Hi, Cloudy. Hello, my wife.
Well, I cannot guarantee that. Please don't interrupt me. I feel it is not fair on you to put you on the same level as you. However, you have acted out with demonstrably malicious intent that I wish to have answers for. I have read the logs, and I feel disturbed about what you said about me, along with others, but I will keep them anonymous.
Oh, what could they have talked about in the Cloud Palace? I thought it was such a wholesome place, you know, positivity.
So, let's get on to question 1.
But at least in this call you can actually see who's talking. I'm quite happy about that. You can see who's talking. So this is Chase. Oh no, this is Win, and I would think that this is Chase. This one?
There you go.
I will say if I see it.
I'm sending a screenshot.
I think this is Chase.
Because I asked this to Suzy, sorry. Not Lucy. Whoops.
Stop streaming without telling me. You're here early, Yen. It's been 2 minutes. I just started 2 minutes ago. Okay. Bad you. I am always bad. You should know that by now. So, this is the message from Chase. I read them. The riot act very diplomatical. And then we found out the craziest shit, that the copy of the document they made about me, they deleted it but never got rid of it. But Lio made them delete it for good. Gonna start heavily TLDRing because of a lot of this shit is the same thing in different fonts. They're back in commentaries and are now friends with Ephraim. They make a terrible video on Boonslayer. Boonslayer makes a video on them. I found out the whole time they've been talking shit about me. And hidden. Oh, you would never talk shit. Never. Under lame code names, while actively trying to get Ephraim to not approach me about it. Because they couldn't, because if they did, Lio would get on them. Ephraim admits that he was planning on making a video about me and hidden to surprise Gal. The deal has been breached. And I go to Lio. Lio fucking calls their mom. They get grounded from their internet for a year. Year was up last month. Yeah, so that was the call Lio had in the McDonald's. After that, they were off for... I think they actually were off for a year. Yes, like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe. All the YouTube shit.
What do you think Yoon is saying in this? And what do you think he's done in this?
Saint, stop lying. You can't multitask.
With Yoon?
Yeah, my question is, what do you think Yoon is doing or done in the screenshot?
Let me read this over real quick.
The knife display cut me again. What are you doing, name? What are you doing?
Medically, and then we found the craziest shit. They had a copy of the document they made about me. Deleted but never got rid of it. Well, we've been deleted for good.
Oh my god.
Back in commentaries, friends with Ephraim.
Yes, I just read that.
Tell me what you think it is, when you're done.
Bruh, reading speed of a snail. Oh my god, how long do they need to read?
I see the words, the deal.
Hi Tusky, don't worry, it's only been 3 minutes, we barely started.
Has been breached, is underlined. And I remember...
Is this Rosa? That sounds like fucking Rosa!
that at some point, I think it was before you and Yoon actually talked things out, he was planning to make some sort of...
Also, Yen, great that you're around. Can you give me a TLDR on Yoon? I heard that name come up so often, but never any details about him.
Like, public statement about you? And what I can assume is being said is...
Oh my god.
Deal's been breached. He was gonna go ahead with it anyway.
Okay, so that message was from Yoon?
Am I misunderstanding this?
Alright. I'm guessing you misunderstood like Suzy. So, I'm gonna...
Okay.
This, Jace, is an admission of blackmail.
Oops.
Oh.
See, I was not grounded by my mom.
I entered SSP and I got 10 years of floor to remember. I thought you were the librarian. Useless. I still love you.
I was actually told to be... I was forced offline by Lyo because Yoon was using Lyo to force me offline and silence me.
Okay, that was a message from Yoon. Gotcha.
And before that, he threatened that if
Nah, just a pamphlet. It's okay. It's okay.
I talked about him again, even in private, or Heaton, that they would send the police to my house.
Listen, Win deserves to be mean. Win deserves to be mean in this call. Trust me, Bonic Tonic.
Oh, Jesus.
And given my living situation, that could have ended badly. So, number 2. A loaded question. Did you ever think to question Yoon on my quote-unquote grounding? Because to put it bluntly, he lied to you about that. It was not grounding.
Shush, these people never ask questions.
Because
Oh.
here's what actually
Okay, go off, Queen.
happened. Lyle called my mother, right? He called her and stuff. The reason was because Yoon insisted that
Oh, I meant insisted. Learning disabilities. Oop.
he would call the police, or specifically file a police report on me at my father's house. Lyle did not want to escalate to that level. So Yoon, knowing Lyle trusted him, and Heaton, at face value, used him to blackmail or ground me or force me off the internet. It was not my parents. My mom was the one who wanted to watch my electronics. Correct.
Imagine hunting someone off the internet just over some drama bullshit. Bruh. Those people are so unhinged.
But it was Lyle who did that, so he could help me. Even those who do not like him, like Neurofunky, can even attest Lyle never intended to isolate me. So to reiterate, did you ever think to question Yoon about my quote-unquote grounding?
I got a misgender tip already from me? Nah, can't be. Can't be, I would never.
I don't think I really did. I'll admit, you and I weren't really on good terms at the point it happened.
I'm sorry. I read the logs. That is incorrect. You're happily.
This Neurofunky is really... It's a funky name, okay? But I kinda like it.
Talking shit about me with him. I don't want to say that's a lie. Okay. Question number 3. Did you spread Yoon's narrative about me to other places?
These people spreading something around that isn't true? Never. Oh. Get out your bingo cards. Will they say, I don't remember?
No.
God damn it.
Okay. I hope that's not the case. Question 4. Did Yoon actually show you what I said in the document?
No, and they didn't ask. It's my prediction. Because never ask questions.
I don't remember at the moment. I apologize.
Yes!
I
Alright.
remember seeing a copy of your document.
Interesting. Alright.
I love the interesting.
Because, I was thinking he didn't because he didn't show people that. Usually. Question number 5.
Yes.
This is a wild one, but I know what I'm talking about. Here's the screenshot.
My boss thinks I should push for a restraining order. I feel weird asking Lio for personal info though, to be honest. From Jace. You know, before Lio called her mom, I thought about that last night. Personally, I think that would be probably the best option. That way, if Yesp somehow is so stupid to break that after the year break, you have more proof against her whenever you need to make a police report on her. Bruh. They want to do a restraining order. For fucking internet drama. What the fuck is... Bruh. They act like Vin is about to murder them. Why would you need to make a police report and restraining order? I don't know. These people are crazy, that's how. Who's asking these questions? This is Vin, who asked these questions.
Yes.
Sorry, trying to get the screenshot.
Oh, wait. They never remember shit about themselves, but everything about everyone else. Yep, always.
Question. I read the logs. Here's a screenshot. Why did you want to harass my mom by calling her?
Oh, before Lio called her mom, I thought about that. I was like, yeah. Definitely didn't have anything against the mom being called.
No, that's not what I meant when I said that.
Oh, of course not.
Yoon said, quote here, my boss thinks I should push for a restraining order.
Why does... I swear Jace sounds like Rosa. I'm fucking tripping out here.
And considering what I knew about what he'd been saying up to that point about you, I was in agreement with him on that because...
I was in agreement that they should get a restraining order against you.
To my understanding, you'd been stalking him for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know Rin's exact age, but when it all started, it was the same, like with Julie and Akumu, still a child, yeah.
That was my understanding of the situation, and I know that probably might not be correct, but like...
Alright, so it's...
You know, might not have been completely correct. Wait, who was the person Lio went to court with where he played the Senate call? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember that. I just know that Rin was the person he did. I think it was pretty much one of his last calls. His last Senate calls. Or accountability calls from the olden time, you know. When he was in a McDonald's and said, I'm not screaming, I literally cannot scream. And Rin was in a closet because they didn't want their parents to hear. Yeah, I don't think Rin was the person with the pee fetish. Buttons! Yes! Buttons! Thank you, Tusky. Brain flash.
That kind of came across as that.
Yes, I can see how that came across that way.
Follow-up question. I hate to be blunt about this, because this one was extremely upsetting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what will it be? From Jace. Just said this in a call, but I'll say it here too. You that desperate to die, Jesp? Okay, Jesp is Rin's old name. I'll hand you the fucking rope. So, pretty much telling them to kill himself. Well, I do say it quite often myself. In this community, especially the Cloud Palace, other people who told other people to kill themselves got into a big call and screamed at, so... And especially someone who's already getting bullied, that's interesting. Interesting choice there. I love the double standards.
Don't look at chat, B. What the fuck is this?
I don't.
Well, I say it of myself. Proof you're not SCC. Listen, I can't claim that. I can't just say, oh, this is so terrible, because I say it like every time on stream and tell you the same thing every day. When will we get a Cloud Palace stream? From what I've heard, it sounds like the Cloud Palace is Satan's asshole. I hope this video from Julie will be out soon about the Cloud Palace. I'm so excited for that trash fire. What do you tell that to kids do?
I don't even remember this, but that shit. I'm not.
Why would I talk to kids? No, sometimes I have to watch the child for my cousin. But I did never tell it to kill himself, okay? I can proudly say I never told it to kill himself.
I'm not gonna make excuses for that. I have no
You
excuse.
do realize Keyblade was exiled from the community for this reason, right?
Yes. I know.
Okay.
Web user... Web abuser. This is assumed to be an adult stream, no? Now you make it sound weird. Now you make it sound weird. I don't want to make adult streams. That sounds...
It's not great. Because, Deafin...
Yeah, Keyblade got exiled and got shouted at by every... how do I say it? Doogie streamers, what sounds like yes. Yeah, Keyblade got into big trouble for saying that to someone. They had a whole call about screaming at him how terrible it is to tell someone to kill himself, especially if it's someone who's already suicidal.
B. Deafin. Ironic. Oh, Ephraim wants to ask a question after what I say.
Sure.
Ironically enough, I don't know if you watched my video on the SEC, but I did actually buy a rope from Amazon to go kill myself with, so that's kind of ironic.
Oh. Yeah, then it sounds pretty. Yeah, then it hits even harder.
Honestly. It actually hurt a lot seeing that, reading that, to be honest.
I'm not gonna make excuses, and I can't even...
Oh, I will not make excuses. But sometimes you do the monster streams, so I do not see how wrong it is. Listen, I just teach you about the lore of the monsters, okay? Nothing else.
I'm just gonna shut my mouth.
You really make your name web abuser. You really take the name web abuser very serious, random. You see who lights up green.
Okay.
Hey, Rain.
Alright, you can talk, Ephraim.
Well, I was going to ask Jace because this is something I just realized. So, Jace,
Yes?
who in all have you said things like this about? Because I know you've threatened violence on...
Goddamn Ephraim. But also they were very mean to Ephraim, so...
on at least me. This is you saying you'll hand Rin the rope. Who else have you said this about to your memory?
I don't think I've said that about anyone else.
Does it make it better or worse that they say, oh, you know, I only said it about you two. No one else. Also, is that the fucking Cookie One Kingdom profile picture? Not allowed.
Wait, you haven't said that about anyone else?
I don't think I have.
So, you haven't said that about...
Oh, hey, Bongus.
say, Vivian?
I don't... I genuinely don't remember. I might have...
I don't remember. The amnesia's setting in again. Do you're not beating the allegations with gacha games? Listen. Listen. I have a problem, okay? Leave me alone.
said something like that about her. She's...
Okay. And I want to be clear. I'm not even gonna, like, get all that mad about you, to you, if you did say that about Vivian. Like, the point I was making is I thought it was weird if it was just about me and Rin specifically, and then you said you couldn't think of anyone else you could have said this about.
I find that deeply disturbing, to be honest.
No.
No.
I probably did say something about...
Honestly, I think it would have been better if they would just have said, oh yeah, I tell that to everyone. I said it about everyone. Instead of, yeah, I usually don't say it. I think it's really bad. Except for you two, you know.
about, like, Vivian or something of her.
Okay. Well,
It ignores me while I greet chat. And her all individual damn. Cancelled for not being parasocial enough. I'm working on it, Rain. I'm working on it. I'm sorry.
I want to be clear. I don't really care if you said about Vivian. Again, I would actually be more bothered if it was just specifically me and Rin. Am I making that clear? I feel like I need to make that clear.
Yeah. No, yeah, I understand.
That was my question. If I have any more, I'll unmute and ask away.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 6. What was your thought process about, frankly, having a sadistic glee about me? To specifically quote you in particular. Okay, I could just get the screenshot, but I could quote it from there.
Yes, isolate her. Let her forever wallow in her misery. Okay, so the mosquito is squished. Really? 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 You all call someone else mosquito? I know someone who very much fits the word mosquito. Tippy is there? No, not our Tippy, Saint, not our Tippy. Yeah, those were the two other who were exiled, exactly. Also this. For the 1 HP voice to be like this. Be like this in chat, very funny. I always love it when they are like, yes, isolate her, like anime evil in chat. But then as soon as they talk in voice, I don't remember.
Is this the Twitter thing? Or is this something else?
It's in Cloud Palace, actually. Hold on, I'm trying to get this the accurate screenshot.
Yep, remember, Jace would have been right next to Key and Tippy in the exile of Suzy Cat. Yes. Exactly, that's what I find so funny about it, you know? Like, oh, how could you say that to someone? How could you say that to someone? But they didn't care. They just cared if it was towards someone they liked, or if it was towards someone they don't like. They don't give a fuck.
You quoted in particular. Yes, isolate her. Let her forever wallow in her misery. Did you really hate me that?
Why were they like, oh,
So much that you wanted me gone forever?
Listen. I would have had respect for it if they were just like, yes. I beg what I miss. Anime villainy.
Can I admit something very personal for a minute?
Oh, yes, please. Please, what are you about to tell me? You're one of the raped?
Sure, go ahead. I hope someone will censor that if that's upon your request.
Okay.
Oops.
No, you can make it public for all I care.
Okay.
I have personal experience being stalked.
Who the fuck cares? What the fuck? I hate these people. Hello, PT Discord. Welcome. Welcome to pain. What? Saint? What? I'm right.
Me and my best friend suffered that at someone we knew in real life for a good few years. And
I don't know if this is somebody recommended, but is someone going down right now? Are you familiar with Doodletones? We know you. Wait. Shut up, Yen. Because now we have their ex-boyfriend in the call and being confronted about their behavior after they broke up with Doodle. No, I don't know what the fuck Doodletones is. Okay, then it will make very little sense to you. They're just being mean to people. Do we like Doodletones? I hate Doodletones. We hate Doodletones. Very much hate, yes, very much hate. We can show you the way. Doodletones, long story short, was outed like 10 years ago by Medica for being a diaper lover. Said she only was a diaper lover because she was groomed. Lied about that. Well, not exactly lied, but you know how things are. Then made many apologies for pedophiles. And now they've got a confrontation call. And now this is just another call, like I said, with their ex-boyfriend. And yeah, who just said to someone, oh, you know what, I wish this person would have killed themselves. Which is something that is very frowned upon in this community. You're welcome. Welcome to the schizophrenia.
in hindsight,
Oh yeah, also Doodletones uses a very funny voice changer that makes them sound like a mosquito.
I'm wondering if that was clouding my judgment to some extent. I know that's no excuse. I know.
I know. Guys, you don't need to feel sorry for me for being stalked, having stalker experience. No one feels sorry for you, no one cared about it in the beginning. Why the fuck did you tell that just now?
So, a trauma response, so to say.
Oh, you can make an extortion sound, your dono sound. One day.
Trauma, yes, very much so.
Hello, Majunga Wamba, I saw you late, sorry.
I don't know if I even want to go into all the stuff that happened with that
No one wants you to go into it!
girl. She
I just want to say,
threatened my best friend and I with her life
You just said you don't want to get into it.
on at least 2 occasions.
Jace, I just want to say,
I just want to say I don't care.
we get it at this point. That was all you needed to say. Is that
Jace, we get it, shut up.
I'll try to be simple. Question 7. Essentially, a follow-up for question 6. Are you aware that attempting to isolate someone is a form of abuse?
Okay, wait. Is isolation a form of abuse?
Attempting to isolate someone is a form of abuse.
It's a yes or no question.
I mean, I guess.
What do you mean? Depends who does it happen to. Who does it happen to? What if I don't like this person? What if the person is annoying?
I must not have really thought about it that way at the time, but in hindsight, I definitely understand.
You know what? In hindsight, maybe it's a bit abusive. I isolate Farji in his DMs and make him rage on stream. Very good, Yen.
Came off that way.
That kind of answered it, but
No, in this case it was pretty much just wishing someone isolation just because they don't like him.
I'll just answer and ask anyway. The follow-up question: why did you think that was acceptable to do to me? I'm guessing it's your trauma. Was it because I was the bad victim in this? But it might have been just your trauma response.
I genuinely believe
No,
it
Win, you just gave them an excuse.
was a trauma response.
Oh my god, everything bad I ever did, trauma response. You guys don't understand. Very traumatized, very traumatized. To isolate me with Fadachi photos. Thanks for reminding me, Amber. I haven't sent you some in a while. I've gotten lazy.
Alright. I'm seemingly doing good.
I just noticed they call it the SCC courthouse. Lomao. Who's the jury? Oh, PT Disco. You will love the SCC community. They have a courthouse, and at the end of the call, they will tell you you are dismissed. You send pumpkin pics. Not now. Later. Oh boy. So if you're ever bored, I would definitely recommend you to catch up with ACC and SCC lore. It's a long story. I have no idea why I'm here. But now here, you're now stuck with us.
Good so far, in spite of what
I slipped myself with Saint. He will love me. Saint, I really have a feeling you're stealing Quantum from me. I don't know if I appreciate it. Hey, Ash!
just saw about what you said. Question 8. Is blocking someone's hidden alt really stalking? Because you...
Yes, blocking someone's alt is now considered stalking. You know? It's really hardcore stalker action.
said that Heaton came up with the stalking accusation in the Ren call.
What do you mean, Wayne? Saint is objectively more charming. He learned from the BPD girls. I'm literally a BPD girl, okay? What do you mean? He's my fluff petty that you have given me. Aww. Fine, fine.
I can, to an extent, understand where you...
No, Disco, you don't understand. These people don't know that you can just leave a call. They have to be dismissed first.
Yoon was coming from with that, because it was supposed to be hidden. It was supposed to be something people didn't really know existed. And the fact you found it, I can understand why it would have caused Yoon some alarm.
Yes. The problem is it was public.
Oops.
Public. If it was a private account, then the cyberstalking claim
So it wasn't even a private alt account, it was a public alt account. And Win blocked them, and then they said, see, they're stalking me, they blocked my alt account.
been valid. But given he threw Yoon...
Yoon threw Hitten under the bus, of course. He also said Hitten was the one who came up with the doxing accusations. Oh.
under the bus about it, it's essentially him admitting that the cyberstalking claim is, false.
I love it when these people throw each other under the bus. It's like, everyone I hate is fighting. I love that. Yen, leave me alone. I literally can't. This is ableism that you're doing. Yeah, dude, they are basically children. Just like in school, you have to be dismissed before you can leave class. Exactly. It feels like they all hate each other. Yes, they all hate each other. Yes, very much. In this call, yes.
Sorry, I'm...
This is the accountability call.
Follow-up question to 8. Were you aware Heaton Mitsuru tried to find...
Also, I want to ask a question. You know what? Do we have Yes's real name? So Yes, keep in mind, is Win. And this is Hitten. Tippy? Nope, nobody knows their real name. I know it! Well, then I guess I have an FBI tip to file. They wanted to make an FBI tip to find out Wynn's real dogs. Their first name, anyway. I want to say this. Nobody, not even the people in the server, knew about Yoon's name until that document was out in the open, unless people were very close to Yoon. Also, I can't see the rest. The name was already public when they were a commentary YouTuber. Yes, so... Okay, Yen just told me how to say it. Hidden. Wanted to file an FBI report to get Wynn's full name. This is absolutely psychotic. What a crazy bitch, man.
Find my dogs by filing a FBI report because of me blocking Yoon's alt.
I'm 99%
Heaton. This is stupid. I will call them Hitten.
sure I don't know about that.
I have decided.
So much items, but I guess Trollabane does that, I guess. Here it is.
No, I don't remember
Just found your channel recently. Love your videos. Ah, thank you, Nathan. And welcome to the stream. With pain.
this.
Yeah.
You get a sticker if you say correctly? What kind of sticker?
She tried to find my dogs, and ironically enough, this was before my...
You can also think of a certain Austrian artist from pronunciation. Oh, Hitten. Oh wait, Hitten. Hitten. Ah, leave me alone.
First name was public, so ironically enough, you doxed my first real name to Heaton when I trusted him with it. Incredible.
That's... Jesus. If I can just, for a second... I must have... I'm not gonna excuse...
I didn't see it. The other one is called heroin when I refer to them. Yeah. Yeah, hidden heroin. Yeah, true. There's another hidden. Can't call everyone hidden. Okay. Hidden. Fuck me.
Use any of...
Hi, Pudgy, and hi, Softly Demonic. So funny. It was a shocker. Someone with a diaper fetish turns out to be a horrible person. Especially someone with a diaper fetish who was never like, yes, like, yes, I am the degenerate.
This, but God, I had a very, very skewed understanding of the situation at hand. And I...
Leave me alone, Yen.
Did that stupid thing where I believe...
Did this boyfriend know about the diapers? Majanga asking the important question. They sadly didn't ask in this call, because it was a very serious call. But I bet they did diaper roleplay.
Believe my friends blindly.
Oh my god, who is this gay?
Guess I can't even be surprised at myself anymore.
Oh my god, now comes the self-pity party. Oh, I guess I can't be surprised at myself anymore.
Anyway, you can continue.
Question 9. Did Yoon or Heaton say I doxed you?
Lindenauer. When deserves so much better than this, yeah. But I'm glad they got, at least, their chance now to talk this one out. I had a fucking heart attack. What do you mean? Did you think I was about to say a slur? Unless explicitly said to never refer to me by my old handle ever. Also, I don't know what they're talking about. The name was already public back when they were a commentary YouTuber. Where though? Even I didn't know, to be honest. I want to Hibiki Tachibana punch their face for this. No, I was very open about the fact that my first name was in my old alias. And that's why I didn't want to be known as it anymore. Oh. I explicitly said to never refer to me by my old handle ever again. Okay, I see. And yes, still out of their way to just drop the name despite you explicitly stating not to. Here's with... Oh my god, with Hitten. It doesn't matter what doxing is, in your opinion. Here's a definition of doxing. They got out the dictionary for that one. You were planning to on publishing information like their legal name, which, if you were so close to them, you knew they intentionally tried to scrub from the internet. Their date of birth and their fucking sexual assault. That is private and identifying information, yesp. I didn't know that. I know I wasn't as close as I was. You're doubling down on your racist assumption that just because an Asian person was using an East Asian name, it wasn't their real one, doesn't mean shit. We told you that it was their real name and you left it in. Why isn't this totally racist? How did we get to racism? We got from sexual assault to racism really fast. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Truski. You said who's the gay and I didn't see yet. I love how Hitten goes from the sexual assault. Also, you're racist. Bleh.
I don't remember.
Of course, I don't remember. Well, all these people have Alzheimer at such a young age. It's truly tragic.
The answer is yes. I can get it. Hold on. But ironically enough, this completely contradicts his accusation. The duality of man, so to say.
Okay, let me...
This is Heaton.
You, Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zero aren't working. I'm crashing out. You will survive, Embre. Do you need an Adachi in these trying times?
Gaslighting me to my face.
Dude, today's terrible. The candy bar in my car melted. Just lick it up. It's fine.
About me doxing Yoon.
You can't crushing ASMR. ACC actually stands for Amnesia Commentary Community. Yeah, I start to believe it. Hey, Tusky, thank you! I would personally like to thank you for reminding me to send Hidden Heroine, my latest Minecraft swing share screenshot. I legit forgot. You're very welcome.
That's...
Well, Yoon admitted it was public.
Jesus.
They lied to you a lot, didn't they?
What? The room full of snakes being snaky? Call me shocked. I am shocked and appalled at this.
Because a lot of people have been lied to. I should know. I lost my closest friends over this.
Friends I knew since early childhood and friends I knew since I was 16, including an ex-best friend I had.
God, I'm... Sorry, I'm just taking a second to process that.
Oh, I need a second to process it. Oh, the consequences of my actions. How was I supposed to know that they were about to come? Oof, big oof.
I hate how I keep getting... Am I really that easy to lie to?
Yes, you're just fucking stupid. That's the answer to that. You're probably just fucking stupid. Also, immediately the self-victimization. Am I really that easy to lie to? Quantum, thank you. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe to support Dews Monster Drink and Drinking Addiction. And for cat tweets, okay? Like 1 can for me, one. Fuck, what is the thing that cat tweets are in? 1 bag for you.
I guess ask people next time when they accuse.
Time for work. Thanks for stopping by. In here, do we live in an era where I'm mistaken for? Listen, I'm working really hard on learning how to say Hidden? Right, okay. I'm working on it, Hidden.
What if something without evidence?
Yeah,
Because I wasn't given a voice.
This feels like the very definition of a bad idea. Is this part of the plan that Lio, Yesp's mom, and Yesp's dad had come to? I'm not so sure, but this is not a very good idea. Seeing as how her friends went looming into people's DMs. Well, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to ask Lio, but I'm pretty sure if she tries more shit after having all socials taken away from her, it's gonna be police time. Wonder why it's a year. Probably shouldn't read too deep into it. Probably because it's impossible to be off forever, I don't know. I guess that's true, yeah. Hopefully she gets intensive fucking therapy for the whole year. Bro, these people are so fucking retarded. Like, imagine being like, I wonder why he didn't tell them to stay away forever. Just because they don't fucking like me. I give you 7 days, the wing Crowley. I will do my best.
I kept being threatened to be put in silence. Otherwise the police would be at my door. And I was terrified.
and them
Blackmailing me.
like that was beyond fucked up.
Not to mention filing a police report or an FBI report. Hold on.
Honestly, I think I never heard the idea before of trying to get someone's full name with the with an FBI report. Like, it's such a fucking waste. Like, these people already have so many reports to go through, and then just because fucking Heaton is such a fucking psychopath. I don't think she did it, but even having this idea is fucking unhinged. Everyone's voice and voice call is actually nice. I think it's a tone of the victimization. God damn it. God damn it, softly demonic.
Hold on. Let me get to this one too.
I go buy found cocaine now. Will you get me some too? Oh, I explicitly said to never refer to my old handle again. Okay, I see. And yes, still out of their way to just drop the name despite you explicitly stating not to. Just called the local non-emergency? I was not kidding. What? What? I swear. I swear that bitch fucking unhinged, bro. Holy shit. Oh, Jay's right here. Holy shit, lol. I don't know why they thought I was kidding. I'm just fucking impressed, to be honest. I would ask if that was my friend who's like, I called the non-emergency over some... over some fucking kid on the internet that was mean to me. I would be like, are you fucking going psychotic? Eat a Snickers, bitch.
Oh, not the right one, but whatever. But Heaton admitted to filing a police report to the non-emergency police line. So
you call the non-emergency over internet beef, and I'm not checking you for real quick. Or isn't that also a false police report? Isn't that kind of
That's, given this situation and how much she lied, as well as Yoon, that is a false report. That is illegal. That is wasting police time. So they committed to
Mahjonga going unhinged? If someone called the cops on me because of a few comments, I will find them IRL and make their reports worth it.
2 crimes at least. Against me.
Imagine having to report like a car crash or something, but you can't because somebody's too busy reporting a child to the 911 over fucking internet beef overall. God, I hate these people.
Ironically enough, Yoon admitted that I didn't commit any crimes against him.
Jesus.
So... yeah.
Yeah.
Follow-up question.
Sure.
What did they tell you?
There's... oh, God, I hate to keep using the I don't remember excuse.
I love that they admit it's an excuse. How many I don't remember jokers do I have left? You know, it's like, fuck, what's an English name? Wer wird Millionär? Like the Millionaire show. Where you have like jokers you can use. Like one is asking the audience, one is a telephone joker. They have the I don't remember joker and but more trauma joker. And the I was raped joker.
It... most I think
Saint, I will fucking murder you.
I knew was about the supposed stalking. I knew about the grounding. I knew about when you and Yoon finally, like, actually spoke one-on-one. And I knew about the possibility of you being kicked out.
It's not Balatro. What the fuck are you talking about? Hi, Balana. No, this TV show, wait. All TV show. This is very important right now, okay? Trust me. Wer wird Millionär? English. Is there an English version? Who wants to be a millionaire? That one.
I get you.
Yeah.
Ember, you will get extra adachi.
Ephraim said, if you actually don't remember, that's fine, and you're being specific enough to where I get the idea you're at least trying.
They don't call them jokers here, they're called lifelines. Why do we call them jokers then? Why do you call them lifelines? What is wrong with you? And Blue Yokai guessed correctly. Yes. That was the one.
No, it's okay.
I have epilepsy, something that affects my memory, so every time someone uses the excuse, it makes me want to foam from the mouth and crawl on all fours while sobbing. Very understandable, softly demonic, very understandable. Still can get over the 911 thing. Imagine your job is to help people and get them help they need. And then someone calls over their internet crime. Yes. Exactly. But I also always wonder because people like Nazi are like, oh yeah, I told my therapist about it. And Doodles was like, oh, I showed my therapist this internet video where I was called out. And I'm just like, imagine being a therapist, you know, professional therapist. And then you have this fucking creature sitting there and being like, they were mean to me, look at this video. I would be like, the fuck did I even study for, bro? I should have become an engineer.
Yeah, I saw that one. Ugh.
Oh, Autumn asked a question.
If I discussed this... If I discussed it? No, I barely even...
Okay, Marco player. Shush, yup. Shush, Blue. Shush.
I barely even DM'd either you nor Heaton.
Oh, weren't you invited to the bitch parties?
So a blind follower, it seems. I guess. I initially wanted to talk to Yoon, but after what I saw today, I kinda don't. I will show you it later, but it enraged me to oblivion. Question 10. I need a screenshot here.
Yes. Oh, there it is. Just rip her a new one. I wanna joke about how Yesp can't commit for shit. If this is really true, it's ironic as all hell. It'd be funny if it weren't so infuriating. She's that insistent that everyone hates her or whatever. Whiny bullshit. Oh, Jace! 1 HP voice in the call, but here you were talking like a badass, like, you know, like really big evil anime villain. She's that insistent that everyone hates her, whatever. Whiny bullshit she spews. Then let's give everyone reason to hate her. Oh, don't worry, she already given us that much. You said she was getting committed or something along those lines? Good. What I'm about to say is probably gonna sound mean, but it's thoroughly deserved in her case. Put her in a fucking straitjacket and don't let her out. Need to check something. Wait, I'll be right. Did they write straitjacket wrong? Do DMs. God damn it, Yen. Find my 8 Google Docs. Wait, I have to show something from Yen. It is Yen. Find my 8 Google Docs. You know what? If this was a horror game, I would play it, Yen. I want to find the 8 Google Docs. How many pages do they have? How many pages? I do realize this is like abnormally vitriolic for me, but she earned my ire a long time ago. Destroy the piss baby. She did the unthinkable. She made Donnie want blood. You can't call anyone a piss baby when you're hanging out in fucking doodle diapers. In fucking doodle diaper server, bro. 80 pages each, holy shit.
Saw your straitjacket comment about me. Are you aware that I am disabled and mentally ill, to the point where I can't live on my own, that I'm under a conservatorship, and your progressive ideals, that this...
Yeah, aren't these people supposed to be like the accepting group who are like, oh, we don't like the ableism, we don't like the racism, we don't like the anyism, and here we have... No, this is when web abuser, no, wrong person. Web abuser, stop. You know, and then, but then, suddenly, they have someone who is really, really ill here. And they are like, was really heavily disabled. And they're like, yeah, you know what? She'll get committed. Put her in a straitjacket. I will hand her the rope. It's not very, you know, what do you call the opposite of ableism? Like the good thing? Like, that sounds not very disability supportive of you.
Makes you look ableist, especially according to your ideals.
I didn't know that about you.
I'm sorry, that was very much public knowledge. That was in this circle, it was really much public knowledge. Like, I don't know too much about Win. I think the most I found was the Lio call. but from hanging around the community alone as an outsider. I knew that.
Okay. Because, it was well known that I was very autistic and disabled. And extremely mentally ill.
Hey, it's me. Love you guys. I'm about to pass out, but yay, another stream. Who would have thought Doodletones' partner would crash out? I know, it's crazy. It's not just Doodletones. A spammy was it, yes. Spammy. Yeah. Yeah. It's very funny, you know. I just learned they have a partner and immediately they crash out.
This is rough.
Doodles had a partner? I know, Bubble, yes. Yes, indeed.
Question 11. This is actually multiple questions. Do you feel anyone made you say or think this way? Did you not feel in control when you said what you did about me? Was this not actually how you felt?
I can, at the very least, admit.
Imagine dating Doodletones. The voice changer stays on in bed. But
that I've always had a habit of just going along with things that were being said about people we had issues with. And I know.
What do you mean, Saint? What do you mean?
Trust me, I know that's a problem.
I hate knowing that Doodle is like late 20s. Yes. Like and subscribe to gain strength against these calls. Do it now.
So being a sheep. I wish that was not typical, but it is typical for this community.
Yeah.
I hate the SCC so fucking much. Question 12. Why did you not stop people talking about—
I hope Doodletones' partner is a past tense. Had a partner. Yes, because they dropped Doodles as soon as they noticed there's trouble ahead. And they immediately went to Lio. Yeah, I broke up with Doodles. Please don't get me in trouble. Oh. Oh no. It's a jar. Murder is legal if no one finds the body. Oh, don't worry. I'm working on it. I have the body bags.
about assaulting me? There are people talking about murdering—
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's great. Let me get that back there.
I hate the SCC so fucking much. Question 12. Why did you not stop people talking about assaulting me? There are people talking about murdering
Welcome, Marie.
me and putting me in body bags, including you, who engaged in that narrative of murdering me, the person who was Ellie Willy Woo, who apologized profusely, or Avi making sexual jokes or humiliating jokes like a cum jar joke about me, which frankly is also sexual harassment. Did you think what they did was right and kosher? I'll send them.
Again, nothing I usually would be saying, oh no, that's terrible. But again, I love to use their own moralities against them. In this community, if it was someone who they liked, they would be like, this is sexual harassment. And this would be a 5-hour call where they scream like harpies at the person.
I think when people started getting that aggressive, I might have kind of just shuffled away a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I'm not going to excuse
You went right along.
myself for that.
Read these here. This is how bad it got. And full disclosure, I had fears of Yoon murdering me because I suffered with delusions at the time. So this was horrifying to see.
You're right to be horrified.
I can't believe that happened. You were right there and joked along. Don't act all shocked now.
It's not even the worst thing that made me angry about, but I will talk about it later.
Looking at the time frame.
True. You know what? Jace and Doodles are adult minors. Stop bullying them.
I'm wondering if I might have been.
I always swear, teenagers are the biggest weakness of this community. In multiple ways. But they always get very triggered about teenagers. I don't know why. No, they are not all teenagers. No. I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you.
Work when this was said.
Welcome to the SCC.
Okay.
Doodletones, the diaper lover, is actually like almost 30.
Fair enough. Question 13. Sure. Did he
So I would imagine that Jace is also around that age.
ever tell you the lie that I dox people and prompt others to swat them? Because she has told at least 2 people that believed her at face value, that being Asuka and Lio.
To my memory, no. Sorry, I'm going to check my.
To my memory, no. Do we can't win. We insult the adults. We are ableist. We call it the dumb kids. We are pedos. SMH. Listen. Maybe just leave the teenagers alone. Listen, I don't care about being ableist, okay? I take being ableist.
my DMs with Heaton here
Actually, it will be retard on retard violence, so it's fine.
and see if she said anything to me.
Hi, Lio.
She and I barely spoke, really.
I got the pass.
Okay. Yeah, seems she only told those 2 people because, Lio would. I understand why. He was so angry in my call, aside from the Jordan thing, because he was under the impression I was a genuinely dangerous individual.
Yeah, so Heaton fed a bunch of lies to Lio to make him really angry with Rin, and Lio pressured his friends on that. And was really angry with Rin in the call. That's how it ended up. Why why are they involving Lio? Well, Lio was involved because he was in the call with Rin. And also called Rin's mother. Which is why Heaton was away for so long. After being fed a bunch of lies from Heaton. Puts more stickers on Tuesday. Yay, the German slang. See, I'm learning.
Yeah, Asuka got that information from Lio, who got that from Eaton. All up. Question. Do you it's already kind of been answered, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you think if someone has a public username with their real name and decides to delete it, and then someone calls out that username, is that person a doxer or a criminal? Because I was called that.
No, the person was stupid to use their first name as a username to begin with. Rub your 2 brain cells together. Why are you being silent again? Oof. Oh, let me think. Oh, the pain.
If it does have their full name, I can.
Oh my god,
understand
they are
where that
retarded.
Would be coming from.
The problem is
Yes.
The username is first name Opath, a pun on the word sociopath. It was his public username on YouTube before deactivation in 2020 and until 2021, I believe.
The username they used was a pun on.
I use my IRL nickname as my username. Yeah, so Cloudy, perfect example here. If you will change your name now, and like in 3 years I still call you Cloudy, would I like super dox you?
Sociopath. It used their first name, which I didn't know about. It was all
Listen, from what I understand in the quarters, you can just listen in. You know, it's a confrontation between these two, and it's just when someone else has a question, they can chime in.
already public. So no, I didn't dox. He lied. He lied. And gaslit me for years. For half a decade.
Because people want to know the tea, that's why they are in there. My username in several places was my first and last, with Tusky being the display name. Yeah. I think many of us kinda used their first name in the earlier times when we are young and dumb.
Question 14. Given all this information now, do you still think I committed crimes against Yoon or Heaton and not the other way around? Given what I showed?
Yeah, I thought there would be the jury, and at the end they'd vote who gets banned. You know what that would be based.
I don't think what they said about you is true.
Okay.
Oh.
So now you're at the conclusion.
Saint, if you knew there's some serious beef going on in the VC, you wouldn't go in there and just mute and just be there sitting with your popcorn and your tea? Liar. Fucking liar. Oop. No one saw that.
That they lied about me. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I already asked that question, so I'll move on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna berate you much for this.
Oh, Jace. The idea of pulling up things that happened years ago and are likely forgotten / not stood by anymore doesn't sit right with me. Is it purely a on-request thing for you, or a different reason? This obviously doesn't go for genuine predatory behavior. I don't personally care if it sits right with you or not. Based on your actions, standards and behaviors, I have no reason to give your thought on that any credence.
Just because it seems you're not angry in this chat, but I wanted to say, I saw what you said to Lio about me not wanting to have this discussion with you.
Oh, that person got legit bullied, Disco. Like, they got put through the ringer. Like, this is not a funny... What happened to them was not a funny tee-hee. But it's very funny when the person who was involved with the bullying, you know, gets put through the ringer themselves, and at the end of the call are almost crying. That's funny.
Felt offended.
Put on your monster dew? Never. And thanks for subscribing, Inside Chaos.
At you complaining to him as if you didn't partake in a group effort of what is essentially abuse of me. It feels childish, and given you're almost 30.
Oh my god, Jace is almost 30. Nah. Bruh.
Bad.
Oh, I forgot to put the monster down on the VTuber. Ooh. Listen, I'm a thirsty who.
What's happening?
Jace is 29 years old, to be specific. 26 when he was harassing me and making those horrendous comments. Imagine being in your mid to late 20s and bullying a fucking teenager. Imagine being so... This is what I never get. It's especially like the ones who are in their 30s or close to it. They're getting so triggered over a fucking teenager. I would kill myself if I would have freakouts like these over a teenager. Bro, I would know, you know what, it's so Jova. End the suffering now before I embarrass myself more. Why are mid-20s somethings interacting with teenagers? I ask this every time, web abuser. I ask this every time.
Asked him about. This is from the other day when I messaged him, right?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I think I remember what I asked about.
We need to forward it, probably. I thought I saved it, but I didn't actually.
Mm.
Hold on, give me a minute.
Are you referring to when they were saying how they don't think statements used in the past should be used to address people in the modern time?
Yes.
They have to
Yes.
ask
I
for it?
wasn't even.
Okay.
It's more of a personal thing on my part.
Oh, it's just a personal thing, you know what?
I will fully admit that.
It seems very self-serving, and on top of that, you certainly didn't have that view when it came to how you talked about other people in the Cloud Palace.
Womp fucking womp. What a surprise. Rules for thee and not for me in this community, never.
Frankly.
Ephraim wants to ask a question about that.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to ask regarding this whole in the past thing. Like, how far back are we talking? Because this was 2.5 years ago. Like, that's not all that long in the grand scheme of things.
Listen, 2.5 years ago might as well be 10 on the internet, you know?
Especially when you consider this community's existed for 20 years. Like, what
Oh god, for 20 years.
exactly is your cutoff? Because technically speaking, as soon as I finish this statement, it will be in the past.
Usually, I consider.
Julie says the community did not exist in 2005.
Yes, it did. We'll get into this later. We'll get into this some other time. Not the point.
Okay.
Just Jace,
Let's
answer
do
the
a
question.
history
I'm just saying what she said.
Having a little tea here.
Usually I consider the kind of cutoff point like a year ago, because I know a person can change a lot in a year.
Listen, after a year, all your sins are forgiven. Listen, after 1 year, you know what, you can be a completely new person, so change today.
Okay, well,
I know
I'm
that
gonna
might be
ask.
a little odd of me, but just again, it's a personal thing, so
Well, I'm gonna ask you a bit of a question in response. It's just, you see how arbitrary that is, right?
I love how he caused a whole discussion over there, how long the ACC actually exists now. Because they're like, but YouTube was created 2005.
Like, why 365 days specifically, and not, say, 6 months or 2 years? Like,
Oh my god, of course Saint also gets triggered over it. Get over it! Ignore it, okay? He's not that smart.
I don't know.
Hey,
like, if it's an arbitrary standard, just say so. And I'll
It's
stop
kind
asking.
of just an arbitrary standard.
Honey, do you even know what arbitrary means? Just asking.
Just
Okay, well, points for
again,
honesty.
thing. Yeah.
Light has something to say. I just saw him in chat.
Okay.
Mhm.
Unmute.
Yeah. I'll only take like a minute. I'm not necessarily asking anything. I just want to explain to you, because this is like the second or third time I've seen you say something like that.
Mhm.
It's not always to like come in and like drag you, but like
But like, kinda. You kinda suck. So actually, I really wanna drag you, but it's against the rules, so I have to be nice.
okay, so we all agree that like, or you agree with me that like healing doesn't have.
No, it doesn't work like that, Disco. They can't just own up to it, because they have to be the victim. Listen, this is also one thing you will notice here. These people will always act like they are the victim, you know, even though they were the aggressors. Listen, they can't just admit they are wrong. That would be too easy. Or leaving the call, too easy.
Have a time limit, right?
Yeah.
And you also would notice that, like, you know, Ren's only found this, like, quite recently.
Right.
Yeah,
it does.
I
That does seem
found-
to be the case.
Random, the name web abuser changed you.
So, yeah, with those two statements in tandem, I think
Babo, not you too! I have to be nice out here, and you just let it out like that. Terrible.
it's fair to say that, like, it shouldn't, especially on the scale it's at, it really shouldn't have a time limit to come and talk to you about it.
That's fair. And
You know what? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
We can acknowledge the growth and the change, obviously, but
I don't.
if it comes to being held to account for the thing you did, I don't think there should be a time limit on it, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'll-
my fear is if I can I just yap for like 2 seconds?
Sure.
I think my main fear, and I've made this clear to plenty of people before, is getting like, you know, fucking kicked out of friend groups for
Bruh. This almost 30-year-old is very scared to get kicked out of the community. You know, the biggest fear in their life is to get kicked out of the fucking community. Of the fucking Discord folks. Oh. How long was it until before the... How long has it been that they seen the sun? Talk to real people. Go outside, please. God damn it. You know what? My biggest fear, you know, after my girlfriend made excuses for so many predators and, you know, children were groomed and whatever. But you know what? My biggest fear is to get kicked out of the Discord group. Bubonic tonic ants are a thing you should be afraid of. This is not irrational. Try again.
things I said. Like, I think you understand what I mean.
No.
Well,
I mean, I understand it. I would just say that.
Like, get cut off and kicked out in the past year and a half is...
No, Dew, I'm just afraid of my shackles. Listen, do I have to put you in the cage, web abuser? Do I have to put you in the cage?
Abandonment issues go fucking burr. That's the most...
Abandonment issue, boo-hoo.
no, I want to be clear, Jace. I understand that and I sympathize.
Yeah.
First off, again, you're adding the assumption, and Light kind of touched on this, that we're assuming you're the same person as you were then in every respect. Which, I mean, have you said that, Rin, and I just didn't hear it?
Yeah, I was...
Put me in the cage, dude. It'll make me better. Fine. Fine, you get the cage. Where is it? Let me find the cage. Oh, I have to... This one? Good. Where's the cage? Where's the cage? We need to put web abuser in the cage. They need to be... There we go. Oh, the cage is tiny. Ooh. Let me grab that. I will make you bigger, don't worry. Oh, that's too many. That's too many. Only one person has to be in the cage. Only one person. Only one person. Oh, that's the Hank one. Why are they so tiny? There we go. There you go, web abuser. There you go. You go right here.
Kind of just an anxious wreck going into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank
I've been in...
Can I be in the cage and rabbit? God damn it. I need more cages. Fine. Okay. Fine, fine. We have enough cages. There we go. There. Go here. There we go. And buy this go. Oh, I have top shot on again. Oops. You're welcome, demonic.
I've been in the side chat directly saying that you have improved on several of the things that were causing these problems in the first place. I know you have. That was one of the big things you and I were working on.
So
Okay, well, what language would you prefer we
Julie.
use instead, Julie? Well, actually, we'll put a pin in that.
Oh,
We'll
wait, warte, schließen. Let's not use this as this dissociating language. That's what people like Christopher did to distance themselves from the hurt they caused. Yes, he is the same person. Get him, Julie. Get him.
We'll get to that later. We'll just say you don't behave the same way generally right now as you used to.
So
No, yeah, I'm done, like, fucking standing up for people. My fucking
That's-
girlfriend turned out to be a wolf in sheep's clothing for
You're not the victim here. Fucking Chase, you're not the victim. Why is Chase acting like the victim right now? There, I stack you properly.
years. I'm done. Sorry, that was a
So,
little bit outburst.
do you realize that statement that I just forwarded made you look like an aggressive person, like kind of brattish, childish?
Listen, Chase never knew. No, Chase never knew. They only had vanilla, or probably just... Let's be real, they probably just had ERPGs.
Immature, like you're
What was the kink? Web abuser, are you asking for serious right now?
Oh, the
angry.
one-
like it was out
I
of
mean-
anxiety, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I was like a little bit irked, but again, I kind
Listen,
of...
I was maybe a little bit arch, you know, when I told you, when I told about you, I would get you the rope and you should go into the mental asylum, you know. I was a little bit salty.
explained that. No, yeah. Light's got
Diapers always has been. God damn it, Polana.
it, I think.
Okay, well, in that case, again, we'll just say you generally behave in a different manner than you used to. I think, does that... anyone have an objection to that? Okay, yeah, exactly. Julie just gave the words. Okay.
We don't know if he was also into diapers. We don't know. Chill, web abuser, chill. I wouldn't be surprised, but we don't know for a fact.
Okay. Question number 16. This may be a useless question because I asked this to Suzy and she usually asks everything, but nope. But I gotta ask in case because I never have a conversation with you. It would probably never happen. Which, if I do, probably never happen, but let's say it does. It's not gonna be as civil as this. At all. But did Heaton or Yoon send the script about me, about their video, to you? If so, can you send it over to me? I deserve to know what they said in it.
I don't believe they did.
Of course. Let's be real, even if anyone's got this, they wouldn't give it out.
Typical.
Except if it was to get off struggle-free.
Suzy didn't get that either.
Like, I remember it being mentioned. I never saw the script itself.
Of course not.
I kind of wish I had that, but it is what it is. It's not anyone's fault but
Yeah.
Heaton's. Question 17. Bit of a personal question. I did nothing to you. Did you ever think that maybe you should have stopped with this?
Yeah, I'm also calling Cap. I think they saw it. They're just like, no, that wouldn't sound good if I said that. And I would get in trouble with Feeden and the others. No, I never saw anything. No.
I think it got to a point where I was like, yeah, maybe I should step back and, like,
That doesn't answer the question.
just fucking chill. I don't remember when exactly that point was. I'm gonna admit this.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, let's
I'm-
speed up let's see if I can. They talk so slow. Let me see if I can speed it up a little bit. Let's try 1.5.
Question 18. I checked the logs for this. Did you really give pushback against a dead name hashtag?
I can explain this one.
Facebook dogs of a predator, not getting flagged, sorry.
This one I do remember. It was when the whole thing after Boom's video and the hashtag with the what I then eventually learned was you considered it a dead name. My viewpoint at the time, it was a username. I didn't.
Damn, so normal now. Magic.
The dots didn't connect on my head on how that could be considered a dead name, but in hindsight, and I think you might have like genuinely explained it to me, like in that conversation.
You don't know how something could have been considered a dead name? What?
You see, I saw the logs, and he showed a very sickening glee in it, so it's hard to think he told me the truth on that. So unless I have multiple testimonies of people saying they got pushed back, I'm not believing him at his face value because I read what he said. It is fucking disgusting. I'm gonna show what I found today.
Okay.
And full disclosure, I fucking hate him for this.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Did he just say, oh boy? Oh, so is that the Facebook dogs of a predator?
No pressure, but I prefer you to read this out loud or in your head.
Julie, what do you think of my groomer's face? Also, I think he ugly. Back to the res or you die. I'm crying at Chase. Oh boy. Jess is very fucking lucky that I'm at work right now. I think it's very convenient how she gets to stir up shit in my life and dodge all accountability. Newsflash, bitch, you make me want to fucking kill myself. Unfortunately for me, I don't have the privilege of using white woman tears to trick a gaggle of dumbasses into licking my clit at every fucking turn. You're not fucking special for wanting to kill yourself, bitch. More than half the internet wants to do that. Then why do you people always use that as an excuse? You don't get to paint me as a potential murderer. Say I'm into rape. Okay, half of you people have a rape fetish, so... Say I abuse the power imbalance between us. Lie about me at every turn. Say you don't give a shit about my mental health. Well, you don't give a shit about their mental health, so... And expect anyone to give a shit about yours. At this point, I have to believe that this is some sort of sick fetish of you. For you, because you literally won't stop. Do you get off on harassing the Asian person, Yesp? Why do they always say how Asian they are? Do you get off on your brain-dead friends telling you that you aren't the piece of shit? What is it with the Asian hate there? I mean, Heaton also brought that up. Like, what? Stop making me the villain in your name Wattpad Red Dream, cunt. Fuck, that's a bad word. I should not have said that. I just gave Saint a heart attack. I would say at this point, the only thing that'll get you to stop is for me to kill myself. But I wouldn't be surprised if you'd find a way to lie about my fucking death, so you can be the victim in that. You wanna know something funny? I told Heaton to can the video. I was going to give you what you finally wanted. You know what? Fuck it. From now, everything you've done about my fucking death, look at me, finally, what? From now, everything you've done to me is my new hyperfixation. I'm screaming every dirty detail from the rooftop, bitch. Get fucked. Yeah, those are truly the words of a sane person. Yeah, it sounds normal, sounds normal.
And C. Why? I don't like this. Oh, it's not in order. Shit. I'll just read it.
They choose sobe because it makes the noises they type out to seem cute to the other snakes. Yeah. But they should be banned from Cookie Kingdom. Just saying.
Jess is very fucking lucky that I'm at work right now. I think it's very convenient how she gets to stir up shit in my life
Oh.
and dodge all accountability.
Oh.
Newsflash, bitch. You made me.
Oh, I didn't have to read that.
You make me to licking my clit. You don't get to pay at every turn. If that this is some sort of your brain death pad.
Usually they don't read that.
Fucking death, so you can be. But you know what? I'm screaming every detail.
Sorry, my mouth is just fucking hanging open.
Bitch, get fucked.
Sorry, my mouth is just fucking hanging open right now.
In addition, I never, ever, ever said Yoon was into fucking rape. This is him implying I said he wanted to rape me when I never did. Gross. What do you mean my mouth is just hanging open? You were tagged in this shit.
You realize that's sexual harassment, right? Did you see this? In fact, you saw this? I want to ask anyone, has anyone saw this thread and thought this was okay? Because if I
Hi, Binksy Bray, you just missed an unhinged Twitter thread.
saw this, I would have been extremely triggered by it. Especially at the time. I fucking hate this bitch. The blackmail didn't make me hate him. This did.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm just... Can I stop?
No, they can't act like now like they didn't know. Also an average Tuesday on the internet. Yep, yeah, you know what, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry, Saint.
Getting duped, man.
Oh my god, immediately playing the victim again. I can't believe I'm getting duped, man. I am the victim.
Can I stop getting duped, man?
Can I stop getting duped, man? Maybe stop being so fucking stupid.
I hate him so much he can eat rocks.
The problem is, this isn't you being duped. This is right in the open where you were. You're not duped. You just went along with it. Let's not mix words there. You're not some poor thing that got manipulated. This is just what you were fine with. You're not a victim here. You're part of the problem.
I think I would have called that out if I saw it.
Oh, of course. You played along with everything else. Told Rin they should get the rope and everything. But in this case, I would have called it out. Oh, if only I saw it, I would have put a stop on that. Sure. I'm sure.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Stop lying.
I know you wouldn't, because the way you deal with conflict is by not dealing with it.
I want to get into the SCC courthouse.
I've seen how you act when you get in conflicts. You don't. You rely on other people to do it for you, so don't play this game, please. I'm not in the mood for it.
This person isn't Doodled, it's Doodle's ex-boyfriend.
You would have said
Yes, the ex-partner. They broke up with Doodle as soon as the drama started around Doodle and hoped they could get away without any slack. But they did a lot of shit talking, so... But good for Chris, but I want to be in there. I want to be in one of these courts. Listen, I wouldn't say anything. I just want to listen in. I'll behave.
you would have laughed along with everybody else, because that's what you've done in these chats.
Then they then pussy wasn't questioned. The cum jar.
You were the one talking about giving...
Sorry.
You were the one talking about
What do
giving
you
this...
mean I'm unhinged? I'm not unhinged. I'm normal. Very neurotypical.
The rope.
And
So did you do yourself?
Yeah, put me in a straitjacket. That was correct. Also,
Right, I thought it was Eden forcing. No, Babo, no!
being happy about me being isolated forever. As if I was not blackmailed off the internet.
God.
I'm sorry if I'm coming across as mean in this.
I was about to say, if Chris gets in there. Saint, are you calling me more unhinged than Chris? Saint? Explain yourself.
I'm trying so hard not to be.
You've got every right to just...
You are rude, what you mean?
Question 19. What else has Yoon said about me in calls? Or, yeah, just in calls, if you can remember.
I don't remember anything.
You know what? I don't remember anything. You cannot force me. They will lynch me. Don't you know snitches get stitches? Said neurotypical is definitely not very neurotypical of you. Shut up, Demonic. Shut up. I will rattle your cage.
Alright. Whatever, I guess. Final question. Question 20. What will you do from this day forward? Are you going to talk about this publicly to take accountability for
I love that this is the final question. You think the call's about to be over, but there's still 1 hour left.
abuse? Because apologizing for dogpiling me and not this kind of hurts, to be honest.
I mean, I can certainly issue an apology as much as it's fucking years late for that.
Yeah, you also blocked me on Blue Sky, believe it or not. You blocked me before I blocked you. I don't know why you did that. Yes, you did.
I did that? Nah, I would never. Oh. I love how surprised they always act about things they did themselves.
I can check on Clear Sky right now.
I can certainly fix that.
Can I use the big stick on the cage? Yes, you may, Quantum.
Hold on. Just let me get it.
My toxic trait is listening to these while I dwell listen. It's weirdly therapeutic. You feel so good about yourself because you're not a freak.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, this is also why I always feel like these accountability calls don't do much. Because even if you get them to say sorry, if you had to be lambasted for over an hour, some calls went over 5 hours in a call before you were like, I'm sorry. I don't think you're seriously sorry. Like if it's another content creator who made false accusations against you or told lies, that you then make a public statement where you take those back. That's fine, but don't now you make an apology. That you know.
Here we go. Trauma Ray, B-Sky, Social Ace. Blocked on the 18th of 2025.
Oops.
April 18th, 2025. Blocked me. Didn't even say anything about me. I kept you anonymous in my video. Yeah, this year, correct.
I'm gonna be honest, I was just still in avoidance mode.
He blocked Rin just this year and already is like, oh, I don't remember that. Oh, there can be, I was in avoidance mode. Haha, trauma reaction.
You kind of realize that kind of comes across as you.
No, I understand how it comes across. Sure as fuck wasn't my intention.
Oh, it wasn't my intention. I misclicked.
Okay. Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of crashed out over that when I first found that out. Especially when you wronged me and I did nothing to you. So.
I've been doing a lot of. No, yeah, you've got a point. But who is? I don't know who Hidden Heroine is, but that's true.
So what are you gonna do?
Mocked. Do your chat is very German with the censorship. I'm sorry, Bolana.
Because I think I will.
Wait, what are you about to say? Wait a minute.
I will censor anything if you want, if it's personal details, because I don't. Even if I don't like you that much, I don't want to do that to somebody.
No, yeah.
I'm not recording this, by the way. I'm giving credit where credit is due. I don't know who's recording this.
Makes me.
Yeah, Asuka. I will credit you if I put this in a video.
Alright.
I hope you feel remorse for this. I'm not happy with everything that I saw. I was very upset seeing you talk about the rope thing because I actually did want to kill myself with a rope. That really hurt a lot.
Yeah, very specific.
Yeah.
I hope you learn from this. I hope you do better.
My prediction, they won't.
And you won't be so angry at people. I understand you have traumas.
I can tell you one thing, I've genuinely been toning it down.
Yeah, I probably sure. Yeah.
A lot of times I don't even have energy to get angry anymore, or at least properly angry.
Oh, I don't even have the energy to get angry anymore. I hope they have the ones for 5 months. Damn, that's truly demonic. But yes.
Just channel your anger for beneficial things rather than people who are vulnerable. And because full disclosure, the amount of people harassing me, not just that, but people drawing rape art of me knowing I'm a rape victim, sexualizing my suffering, that could have led up to a body count, along with sexual harassment from you and Avi. So,
Sorry, the art thing just kind of...
What is it always with the art community and the rape art when they hate someone? Like, even Leo got rape art made of him. What the fuck?
floored me for a second.
Yes, that happened twice.
Oh my god. That's beyond fucked up.
Nothing floored me until now, but art, that floored me.
Yeah, that happened
Holy shit,
2
I'm so
weeks
sorry.
before the hashtag. It's why I was so suicidal.
It's not about not being angry, it's about being better moving forward, yeah. And for what it's worth, I'm fully comfortable saying this. I have been getting therapy, albeit it's on pause for a minute because my insurance decided to fuck me, but...
Yikes, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't fucking care. Ren, don't apologize.
America.
America sucks.
Okay, let's see, because now there's pretty much just, oh, I hope you move in a better direction. But there will be more. There will be more.
Dr. Sparrow, let Sparrow go first.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I wrote my questions down so that way I know what to say. I would like to preemptively apologize if I come off as aggressive.
Because after that part with Rin, you thought it would be pretty much over, but there's still almost an hour left. I wonder what could happen in that 1 hour.
And how I word things, that's just how I worded it. Okay, so my first question is, so you understand when the chips are down, you tend to prioritize and believe your friends. With that awareness, I have to question why you always seem to be involved in groups doing some shit. Why do you continue to get involved in sensitive situations when you seem to be very aware of your inability?
Yeah, I was about to say, after the third time you would think you would learn, you know what, I love you, my friends, but I must stay out of this shit.
To critically analyze your friends' actions and handle things in a more responsible or tactful way.
I think I realized a while ago that I shouldn't be in spaces like this anymore. I know I can get aggressive, and I know I can pop off a little harder than I should be. I mean, honestly, might have even realized that even back after all the September shit. So, being a yes person, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Stop reading the chat.
Okay.
Just a little, Saint. Just a little.
Yeah, it's not particularly good. And actually, I feel like that leads to my second question. Or the second general thing I want to say. It does also end in a question, though. You can support your friends without needing to say anything condemning people. You were, not that long ago, talking about being duped, and while that was called out for not exactly being correct, if you believed you're so easily...
Yeah, no, if you realized you always get in situation and kind of fuck yourself with this, maybe stay out of it, be supportive of your friends, if you want to be there. Be like, oh, sorry that happened to you, but don't get involved like this and join the trash talking. This is just my opinion, but I think they very much enjoyed the trash talking and talking shit and everything. It was very funny while it happened, but they don't like to deal with the consequences. Or having to say those opinions to someone's face.
Easily duped. Why the fuck are you speaking against somebody, or like anyone, when you should know by now you cannot trust your own judgment?
I trust my friends too much.
Well,
I trust my friends too much.
Jace, I understand that, but my point is, if you acknowledge...
I can't help it that my friends are bad people.
No. If you can acknowledge that you cannot trust your own understanding of situations, why the fuck are you not just focusing on supporting your friends through situations that you understand are difficult for them, without condemning the people that you clearly can't properly judge how much they've actually hurt them?
Remember when the art community was about art? Papa Witch Farm for members. Good old times.
Like, because it would not have been a problem if you were supporting Yun through a hard time because you felt as though they were going through a time that was very mentally stressful for them. It was a problem because of the way that you spoke about Rin. If you had just supported Yun through that hard time, there would be no issue. So my question remains, why are you continuing to, it's just not clicking for me, I guess. That's also a good question. Why are you putting yourself in...
Creepshow did it, and Toby here.
a position where you know you're not going to ask questions, where you know you're just going to...
Listen, at some point when you only befriend diaper fetishists and groomers, you know, and groomer apologists and groomer friends, maybe you is the problem. You know what, maybe you're either the unluckiest person on the planet Earth, or maybe you is the problem.
Get angry at people. Like, you've clearly pointed it at the wrong person in this situation. And you've clearly made note that you can't really trust your own judgment on these things because, you know, like, you feel as though you are easily manipulated, as far as I can tell. So why the hell are you not just focusing on supporting your friends instead of, like, focusing on shitting on people? Very weird to me. And although I don't really feel like I'm going to get an adequate answer for that, my last question, this is the one that I'm most concerned about asking. So Jace, I need to preemptively apologize. This is going to come off as mean.
Be mean, please. Be mean. But you, if they are the problem, then they can't be the victim. You know what? Very true. Very true. Very true. How could I forget?
But why the fuck do you always have to...
Saint, this is Sparrow.
...to be the victim in every situation? It happened in September. It happened when you were, like, literally apologizing. It's happened in this very call. You need to look inward and ask yourself that. Like, I'm asking you now. Why... Like, you were talking about how, like, you get manipulated or whatever, even though you're literally, like... I don't want to say you're a useful idiot, but...
I mean, they are very much a useful idiot. That's for sure.
Like, you're out here... Well, that's not, like, the point. The point being, Jace, you have to look... I'm asking you simply to look inward and try to understand why you always have to be... Like, you were manipulated, you're dealing with all this stuff, you're, like, stressed, you're... Like, Jace, I was emotionally manipulated. Like, Jace, you're complacent. You can just...
He's so nice trying to say, maybe stop being retarded.
Say, I was complacent, I'm sorry, and then not do it again. But this is a repeated pattern I've noticed over the course of, I don't know how long, but it's a little
know what people are gonna do if I do say I'm complacent.
Jace.
What? I'm afraid what people will do if I do say I'm complacent. You think this would be more embarrassing than what you're going through right now? You just look like a... Okay. Okay.
You can admit to fucking something up without... Like you can admit that you fucked up without it... Like...
What do you think people are going to do if you admit you're complacent?
Abandoned like
They're gonna kill me!
everyone else.
They will abandon me! Truly the most horrible thing that could ever happen to someone.
What do you think people are going to do if you admit you're complacent?
Abandoned like everyone else.
What do you mean everyone else? Like everyone else who turned out to be a horrible person? Beck had to put down a rhythm because I know myself I would have kept playing till 6 AM. I'm very proud of you, Wayne, for having that self-restrainment.
Oh, okay.
Seeing it
who all was
happen again and again.
Shush.
Again and again, people were abandoned.
Shush. Who was abandoned?
Like you abandoned Doodles, yes.
Sorry.
Who was abandoned?
I've seen so much happen over the course.
I've seen so much happen. Sometimes I close my eyes and I still see their faces. Oh.
Stop. I don't need a monologue.
No, it's...
I do not need one.
I was just about to say, damn, Lai was very patient here. You know what, based?
On a monologue. That is not what I asked you. I want names.
I know there's a lot of stuff I've missed.
That's not what I asked you. You said...
Oh, you know, people.
Abandoned like the others. Give me the names of the others. I am not raising my voice at you. I am not yelling at you.
I love that he, in the more recent calls, he's always like, I'm not yelling. He always has to mention it.
I would have said Suzy before all of this.
Jace.
Suzy was never abandoned. Hold on, I've got
Suzy was abandoned? Bruh, people hold on Suzy for way too long. Suzy wasn't abandoned soon enough. That's the problem.
Sorry, wait.
Suzy was never abandoned. Suzy left and chose not to be in contact. So that one doesn't pass muster. Try again.
Damn, you should have called him Cotton.
I remember that
cause a breakdown.
Calm down. I've got this.
Sorry.
I want names.
I got this.
Who's been abandoned?
I know that in the past, people like
One of the few names coming to mind is Mav, because people are chill with him now, and at the time of, like, Cloak and Dagger, Mav got kicked out a lot too.
Well, why did Mav get kicked out? Hi X, welcome. Welcome to the crash out.
Just
Why?
as an example, oh, Mav's a she.
Why? Why?
Maybe abandoned.
I'm gonna ask you to stop paying.
You know what? You lie, I chose the wrong word. I'm sorry. I just have to pick the right word, and then I'm getting off scot-free.
You to stop paying attention to the chat. Stop looking for reasons to avoid what I'm asking you because you're
not
going to make me mad if you keep that up. Then stop and focus.
I'm trying.
Mav did not get
I'm trying so hard.
abandoned because they admitted complacently. They got quote unquote abandoned.
$1 in the misgender jar.
They enabled horrific behavior that led to a buddy of a predator existing in a space for 2 years doing God knows what. So that also.
But how could you abandon them?
Not meet the metric, because if every person you are going to mention is somebody who has been expunged from the community for similar things, then that's more telling of you than it is the community.
No.
Hi, Bala Shroom. Meltdown is happening. That's what's going on.
Who do you think has been abandoned?
Abandoned wasn't the right word.
Leo, I just need to find the right words and you will forgive me everything. Please.
Then what would the right word be?
Kicked out. I let go of.
Don't help in the chat. That's cheating.
Let go of his.
Why do you care about that? If you...
What did this guy do? That's the ex-boyfriend of Doodletones. And in the Cloud Palace Discord server that was recently come through, there were found many messages of him talking a whole lot of shit. Especially about Rin, who now confronted them in this call, and everyone else who had some grudges with them are now confronting them about it.
Then why do you care? You say you left the community. Why would you care if you got kicked out?
There's some people who are friends that do still kind of associate with this community, like people like Habit, Saf, Amy, things like that.
Okay. Are any of us running to them to tell them not to talk to you?
Yes.
I don't know what's being said behind my back.
I don't know what's being said behind my back. Bitch, you've been one of the snakes. Fucking sucks when it turns against you, huh?
Because there's always things being said behind people's backs.
Just like you did. I love it when they freak out about things they did themselves and now they think everyone else is going to do it against them. It's always very kind of poetic.
Yeah, I wonder who helped attribute to that. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry for breaking you up, but I'm genuinely tired of this. We've sat here this entire time, like, suffering through emotional manipulation of boo-hoo, I was manipulated, boo-hoo.
Damn! Finally, someone speaking truth.
I'm gonna be ostracized. You're the perpetrator in this situation.
I know.
And while, like, yes, sure, there may be some, like, manipulation that was going on behind the scenes. Whatever, sure, I'll give you that. But I'm not gonna sit here and watch you be like, oh, if I say something and I speak up, then I'm gonna be ostracized. If people are ostracizing you for doing the right thing, which is speaking up, then, you know, you shouldn't even be around them to begin with. So, like...
Damn! Spitting.
Sit down, think about yourself, and stop making yourself the perpetual...
Sit down and feel ashamed about yourself.
Of this entire situation. You're gonna be fine. If people are shitty, like, if shitty people are, like, cutting you off because you're saying, telling them, hey, what you're doing
It's not even what I'm trying to do. It just...
No, what you're trying to... No, what you're trying to do is the same thing that you do every time you're confronted with anything.
Oh, so they're here because they were caught being chismoso. Chismoso, yes. Sit down. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up.
You become the weeping individual who can't answer questions magically. Yes, you are. I can literally hear it in your voice. Please do.
I'm not. You can literally hear how they almost cry.
Do not lie to me. I don't appreciate it. I'm tired of you doing that because you do it a lot. To me specifically, you do it a lot. And I'm tired of the behavior, and I'm tired of the self-victimization, and I'm tired of the pity parties you play every single time you are called to account for things. Because you do it.
Yeah, I have to say, in Heron, it's late in those.
Every single time.
Last two
quotes. With the community is they let you get away with it because everyone in the community wants to put
I'm shop. Not. Yes, exactly.
Every bit of focus on some random person's emotions instead of...
Don't worry, it's okay to be a bit lost. No, this is only Doodle's partner. Because ex-partner. Because like I said, they had some stuff that was found about them in the Cloud Palace. And also, they broke up with Doodles as soon as Doodles got under fire and immediately went to Lio. Lio, I broke up with Cool, so it was such a hard decision. I literally have nothing to do with it anymore. Ha ha ha.
Whether or not the emotions have any validity based on the situation. I'm sorry, but no. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your parents. I'm not here to play that game with you.
Damn.
I have literally watched you this past
I would love if they said no, but you're like a father figure to me, Lio.
year play these games. Enough. Go ahead, Sparrow. I heard you pick it up. No, you're... Stop. Oh my god, stop.
Stop! Shut up! Shut up! Stop crying! No one wants to hear that shit.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I was also going to say, like, Jace, you acknowledge that you have these problems, and everybody's acknowledged that all they want from you is to do better. Jace, in order to do better, you have to actually admit that you have a problem. You can't just sit here and be like, I understand being manipulated, but Jace, you bring this up every
Dog trainer voice. Well, you would know, Saint. You would know.
Single time somebody points out that you said something fucked up, or you did something fucked up. And you have to be willing to acknowledge, oh, hey, I just did something really fucked up.
No, I know I fucked up.
Well, then Jace, you have to just be willing to acknowledge that. You have to stop, like, bringing up every single time it gets acknowledged, like, oh, I was, like, dealing with this, I was dealing with that. Because while it's understandable, it's also, it does not change that what you did was still messed up. And while an explanation can be appreciated...
No, listen, if I just have enough trauma, then you all would not be mad at me. I am forgiven everything. Balana, what are you doing?
In certain situations. In others, it has a time and a place, but you keep just trying to explain your actions instead of just really acknowledging the scope of damaging things you've done, which can't really do much more for you other than you just being like, oh yeah, I fucked up, and then you keep making the same mistakes. We've seen it here. I've heard it since as far back as September of 2024. Jace, this is a repeated pattern. All I'm asking of you is for you to stop trying to explain your actions away, because you were...
No, listen, I just need to explain it all. I just need to explain it all, and then you all will forgive me, and I will be good again.
A victim in this situation. You were a victim in that situation. Because while it's understandable, it also doesn't mean that anything that you did was okay in any circumstance. And also, sometimes it's just not the fucking time or place for it. Somebody asks for your explanation for why you did some fucked up shit. That's one thing. If you're apologizing, it can be good.
Listen, I would celebrate the day where just one of these people would be like, yeah, I did that, and I regret nothing. I will do it again, in fact. Sorry, I can't say the words I want to say. Oh, it's fine, Balana.
Good to be like, this is why I did this, but, you know, it obviously was never an excuse, and I'm gonna work forward on handling this better. That's an understandable reason to bring it up, right? But Jace, if it's being brought to you, why you did something fucked up, if your only response to that is to apologize and explain it away, or just explain it away, that doesn't do anything for anyone other than, like, let you live in some fantasy that you, like, didn't do anything that fucked up. It's not healthy, especially when all we're asking of you is to literally just acknowledge the shit that you did. Please,
It's my mental support fantasy. Please, let me have that. I'm sorry, maybe it's because I'm older, but I feel like it could have been a 2 or 3 person call. Listen, that's when you think like a normal person, okay? No, this is the courthouse. This person had to be confronted by multiple people and other people listening, and that's literally the sense in there. And also, I will say, even if if you don't like the concept, there's a hang up button. Listen, a red little telephone button. You can just hang up with if you don't want to play along with this.
I'm literally just begging you.
I know.
Just...
I know I did. I did
Do you
stuff
know?
I don't even remember doing, clearly. I've been a fucking terrible person. Corinne.
Well, Jace, I'm glad that you can understand that. What I'm not understanding is...
Okay, I will say, why would someone be in there who's deafened?
Why, like, you can acknowledge that here, but the entire time Rin has been confronting you. Very kindly, might I add. Because if I was in Rin's shoes, I'd have been a lot more heated and aggressive. I'm gonna be real. But why... What I've been hearing from you throughout this call has been some variation of, you know, like, I
used to listen to a lot of standard calls, and that's why I always wondered, yeah, I stopped asking questions. You know, with time, you just stop wondering. You just accept it as a fact. You cannot leave the call unless you're told you're dismissed.
It was, like, why do I keep getting manipulated? Why do I keep just going along with my friends? Jace.
No, it's just a hindsight thing.
Oh, okay, and you can have that hindsight.
It's a hindsight thing! Listen, how was I supposed to know that this all was bad and would bite me in the ass?
Moment, in the comfort of your own self-reflection. But you do not need to be putting that into here, where people are trying to tell you the fucked up shit that you did to them. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate, and it's not okay.
I think you need to learn to be in communities that aren't hostile, and you need to learn to look between the lines, but that's just me. Sorry.
That's not the problem. That's not the problem. And somebody else asked to speak. Who was it?
That was me.
Lucy.
It was I. How can you leave it? I cannot read this, web abuser. I will not read it. Listen, do you like my clicky keyboard? I got a mechanical keyboard now and I love it. It's very clicky. Listen. I love it. I'm very proud.
Okay. So, I can understand why you would, you know, kind of bring up, oh, I've been duped, I've been manipulated. But I just want to say, like, you do realize that, like...
Web abuser, you're right, but I cannot read it out loud.
How do I put this? While that might not be your intent, you doing that in the middle of a call that is supposed to be you know, apologizing to somebody you wronged, comes off as you trying to throw a pity party for yourself that wasn't even supposed to be there, correct?
The more I think on it, yes, I can understand how it comes across that way, and maybe that's what I'm doing, and I just haven't...
That's more or less what everybody's been trying to tell you.
Realizing.
Anyways, that's all.
I was trying to tell you. Listen, I'm not that smart. I have a fidget by the little keyboard. I love those little clicks. Yeah, I got just for that. It's really nice. It makes writing so therapeutic. I'm just sitting here with my little clickety bisexual lightning keyboard, you know, and be clicking away.
So, let's not do the laughing at the end of every statement because there's nothing here that's funny, frankly.
No, it's...
I mean...
Here's the problem. It's not the community. The community didn't force you into this. They didn't make you do this. The community brings out the worst in me. I've been in this community for a while now.
Yeah, I have the bisexual lightning keyboard and the bisexual lightning microphone and the bisexual lightning mat that you put under the keyboard.
I'm not doing any of this stuff. The problem is it was a personal choice you made. And now when you're confronted with it, suddenly you can't take it. And when I say you can't take it, you do what you have done every other time you've been confronted. You melt down, you try to act like it's somebody else's fault.
What? I say lightning. What do you mean? Yeah, lightning. Making fun of how I say the words anymore. You all are mean. Getting gaslit again.
Or that it was some other external problem that led you to this. No, you just like being cruel.
I'm white and I will not be gaslit.
You like being in groups where people are mean girls, where you say unhinged things that you don't think anybody else is going to see.
You know, sure as fuck.
It's both lightning blue. What the fuck are you saying? Not me, do ya? Everyone but you, Quantum.
It's why, when it comes time for rubber to hit the road, you don't want to do the work, because you're used to other people doing it for you.
Yeah.
Which is why you tried to use me. And I want to be clear, I know you've given me a billion different apologies, but every single...
Wayne, shush. You will be the next in the cage.
One of them have proven to be objectively dishonest. And all it takes is for you to think for 1 second.
Yes, Wayne. Lightning! See? I'm seeing it.
Do you have a way out of having that apology to be honest and true for you to retract it via actions? Because I watched you
Also, why am I getting mauled now? Look at the call.
do it in real time when Liv was taken to task for their nonsense and you got stupid with me. Because that is who you are. So you're acting like, well, I just found out that my partner was yada yada. I'm just going to posit something. I'll be real blunt here. And this isn't a level of argumentation. This is just a belief. I don't think for a second you would have broken up with Suzy if you didn't think you'd get grief for it if you didn't.
Yes! Thank you, Lyle. See, no, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't have broken up if they didn't think it would come back to bite them.
You don't know how I was feeling.
I just said it's a belief. I just said it's a belief. I didn't say it was a level of argumentation. What do you think that means?
Right now, your belief is wrong.
Cool. Your actions tell me otherwise, therefore, again, based on our
Binksy, I think everyone knows that, but you know, some people are terminally online.
previous conversation.
And true therapy is less fun than these calls, so.
To your previous actions and how you operate, I am not under any inclination to believe what you were telling me or value your input on that. Especially considering you came to me for validation that it was the right choice to make.
Papa Lio, I broke up with my girlfriend. Are you proud of me? God, that's so sad. Like, bruh. Honestly, I would have respected him more if he would have sticked to Suzy. Like, imagine breaking up your relationship over fucking internet drama.
I just cut her off not 24 hours beforehand, and I'd been having a lot of, like, am I really doing the right thing type of thoughts.
Oh, you know, I just learned my girlfriend defended weird groomer pedophiles for years. Oh. Such a hard decision. Oh, oof, oof, oof. I treated her like a zoo. Yeah, that's what I always say, you know? Don't even look at it like, just think you're in a zoo. You're not allowed to touch the animals. You just look at it from a distance away.
And then I started learning
Yeah, Saint climbs the fence.
more and more and more stuff that I wasn't aware of. And
so you go to a person you have been... So you go to a person you have been historically an absolute dick to for validation that you made the right choice.
No, when I said
That's what you did.
Please don't cut me.
There is no no. That is literally...
Please don't cut me off. Please. Lio. Please. You're like a father to me. Don't do this to me.
Just what you did. It's not the subtext. It is just the text. Like, I'm not your dad. I'm not your moral arbiter.
No!
If you need somebody to validate the fact that you broke up with somebody who did horrific things, you are in a lot more trouble than anyone else would think you are in. What you wanted was the blessing of somebody you think is in charge. I am not that for you. Get your own values and stop relying on everybody.
Honestly, do respectfully, this goes beyond drama. Child nature is a crime what Doodletones played a part in. Yeah! Yeah, I know, but for them, it's just like, oh, this will have repercussions. And that's why they immediately broke up with Doodles. Not because they thought what Doodles did was wrong, but because they were afraid that they also would get some lashback. I broke up with my boyfriend because he ate the last of the peanut butter. Was this a good decision? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. To the curb. Hi, Jelly! Welcome! I just got here in time for Lio to say I'm not your dad. Perfect timing.
Everybody else's to suit your needs. An actual adult for once.
Hey.
And that's all my input on this at this point.
Dun.
Anyone else?
Ah, the elevator music.
Okay. So I was waiting for
Them being with Doodles to begin with is a red flag. Yeah, that's also true.
after Lyle was done, but Lyle finished before I finished sending my message, so my bad.
I'm still single. Will you help me find a partner? Always Quantum. I'm still free, Quantum.
I guess the one thing I really want to say, like, Jace.
I broke up with my boyfriend on his birthday because he defended a friend who told me to... Yes, why are you proud of me? Yes, to the curb! To the curb! Into the pit with him! Fuck him! No shade, but having an adult partner with no job, diploma and lives with them in our basement is a huge no. Do you think Jace is living better? I don't know much about Jace, but the impression I get is, they're not that different. I broke up with my girlfriend because it was Tuesday. I don't know, need a new one. To the curb with you, Saint. To the curb.
Okay. As far as I can tell, you've held to the idea that you're a well-intentioned person. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna...
Wait, did I say I know you're... Wait.
I can tell. You've held to the idea that you're a well-intentioned person.
Okay, he didn't say. you're a well-intentioned, but just you think you're a well-intentioned person.
So, yeah. So, I'm gonna let you in on something, Jace. If
I woke up with my girlfriend, it's hard because I keep seeing her in the mirror. Hate when that happens. Hate when that happens, truly.
you're well-intentioned, okay, you should be acting on those well-intentions by being willing to acknowledge and accept and grow from things that
Accept that you are a horrible person.
you've been criticized for doing. Like, you were just trying to fight Lio on this shit. You were trying to be like, and Jace, you've been, like, I was trying to tell you earlier, like, you have to be willing to acknowledge you're gonna fuck up. And I'm trying to illustrate the point to you that you've been making yourself the victim in these situations. Jace, if you were well-intentioned,
well, to be fair, that's the agenda for most. Let me think. Was there ever one who didn't try to make themselves the victim? Nazi Monster made himself a victim. Heaton, definitely. Peaches, oh, totally. Toasty? Yeah. Miss Suzy? Middle. Yeah, no, that's the usual agenda here.
At the very least, be willing to try to understand the point before attempting to argue.
Listen, that's a problem you don't have if you're always like, I'm a terrible person, guys. Don't expect anything from me. Don't act surprised.
I'm not saying being well-intentioned is taking every single piece of criticism that comes your way, because no human's gonna do that. That's absurd. That's stupid. That's not even like a normal standard people have for themselves. But Jace, if you're well-intentioned, you have to be willing to acknowledge when you fuck up, and you have to be willing to accept that sometimes you've done things that are baseline disgusting, and you have to grow from that. You can't keep trying to argue with people. And as far as I've seen from Light, you've kept like treating Lio like shit. Jace, you're being informed that Lio felt it was inappropriate. If you're well-intentioned, you would have just been like, oh, fuck, my bad. I didn't realize you would view that as inappropriate, even though, again,
No, that's against the rules. That's against the rules. I will always look at your vein.
You really should have.
Also, fuck. I did it again. I'm so sorry, Quantum. I forgot to give you all your head pets. You all get your head pets. I'm very sorry. You get the head pets even a little longer. There you go. And have a good night, web abuser. I'll be using this as a lullaby. Oh my god. So, that's enough head pets. I'm very proud of you for staying with me through this call. All the head pets for you all. There. Okay, that's enough.
And just, like, accept that. Accept that it was something that was viewed as inappropriate and move on. Jace, it's being pointed out to you that it feels like you continue making yourself the victim in these situations. If you are well-intentioned, you should be willing to acknowledge, oh, hey, these kinds of discussions are not the time and place to be bringing X, Y, or Z up. So I need to stop.
Listen, I was stalked. I had it very bad. I was abused. Listen, it's very important for the story.
Doing that, and just start trying to be more understanding when people are trying to tell me that
you have received enough affection. You must earn more. Exactly. Thank you, Lunafina. Yes, I love the animation. Landmate.
I've done something that hurts them. That's something a well-intentioned person should be willing to do. So I'm going to have to ask of you, moving forward, that if you are well-intentioned, moving forward, be more willing to hear things about you that you might not.
Chat, the most complete skeleton of an Ankylosaurus is named Zul, destroyer of shins. Based. Very based.
Like, for the sake of, like...
How can I earn more? I have money! Every donation gets used for cat treats and for the channel and earns you head pets.
Being able to recognize that you have done fucked up shit. And sometimes...
Saint, don't lie. Your affection can also be bought.
There's nobody else to blame it. Jace, manipulation's not your fault. But you're a grown adult.
If you're a grown adult after a certain time.
Have some fucking sense. You do not have responsibility for being manipulated. You have some responsibility for the fucked up shit that you said. Being manipulated does not excuse that.
I know that.
And if you're well-intentioned, you need to be willing to acknowledge that. That's all I really wanted to say. but I just looked in the side chat. Like, Jace, at that point, I don't know how well-intentions explain that. Like that.
The toxicity of purity culture makes sense. Like, you can never make a mistake in your life from problematic. Humans can grow and change. They can, but also there's this. They have this toxic positivity, but also only towards the people they like and that are in their friend circles. If they don't like someone for whatever, no matter what you do, you're fucked. And anything that will be done against you is fine.
As if I were in your shoes, Laya would be the last person.
On my phone, I can't switch to all messages, so chat goes into error mode. You just see the important ones.
And I would go to for validation on that, because, like,
I was talking to him anyway and kind of just thought to ask about it. That's the only thing I can really say.
Well,
excuse me. No, you literally added me to ask me for.
Just a retard. Doodle's partner still has a better love story than Twilight. You know what? So true.
Validation. What are you on about?
No, what I added you for was to ask, like, hey, can we just, like, talk for a bit?
Hey, can we just talk? I just broke up.
Because I did genuinely want to try and talk things out. And, like, be at least on slightly less rocky terms. I'd like to think that's fair, and...
Your statement says...
Lio, I just wanted to be friends again. I needed a father in these trying times.
You rightfully shot me down.
Hey, sorry to message you. Hey, sorry to message out of the blue. I know what's going on with Suzy, and I feel the need to let you know this because I get the...
Quantum, thank you! Please give chat more head pets. All the head pets. All the head pets. I'm very proud of all of you. Thank you so much, Quantum. All the head pets for all of you. The proudest I've ever been. For staying with me through these trying times. And look at the disaster that's happening in front of our eyes. There you go. There you go. Okay, I won't spoil you. Not too much spoiling here. We want you to get used to that.
Feeling that someone is going to ask. I just made a very difficult decision and cut Suzy off. It was admittedly stunning to me to do, but I knew things were likely going to get worse, and I just cracked. I had the feeling I'd be given an ultimatum anyway, and so I ripped the bandage off. I know things have been really rocky between you and I, and I'm admittingly spiraling a bit right now, but can we, like, talk, just in general, to bury the hatchet and all that? What does that read to you as? Because it certainly doesn't read to me as just having a heart-to-heart talk. What that reads to me as, you made a decision. You wanted validation, even when you make it very clear the main reason you did it is because you were worried about being given an ultimatum.
Wait, wait. Oh, wait. He just read out the message.
Be at least on slightly less rocky terms. I'd like to think that's fair, and...
Your statement says...
You rightfully shot me down.
Hey, sorry to message you. Hey, sorry to message out of the blue. I know what's going on with Suzy, and I feel the need to let you know this because I get the feeling that someone is going to ask. I just made a very difficult decision and cut Suzy off. It was admittedly stunning...
you know, Lio, I made the decision to cut Suzy off. You know, I know this will come to you.
Me to do, but I knew things were likely going to get worse, and I just cracked.
I knew things were about to get worse, and I was like, nah, I can't deal with this shit. Bye, bitch.
I had the feeling I'd be given an ultimatum anyway, and so
I had the feeling someone would give me an ultimatum. Bruh. Worst relationship. Have a good night, Rain.
Bandage off. I know things have been really rocky between you and I, and I'm admittingly spiraling a bit right now.
Slayer, I'm a bit spiraling right now. You know, I broke up with my girlfriend to please you. Please give me affection.
Talk, just in general, to bury the hatchet and all that? What does that read to you as? It certainly doesn't read to me as just having a heart-to-heart talk. What that reads to me as, you made a decision. You wanted validation, even when you make it very clear the main reason you did it is because you were worried about being given an ultimatum.
A lot had happened in the past.
So did that read to any of you as them just coming to Lio to be like, hey, can we talk? I want to bury the hatchet with you. Anyone? Anyone got the feeling from that message and not, hey, I broke up with Suzy before it would become a problem to me? Do we believe it? Do we believe it? Personally don't, but you know.
No! I knew! I didn't!
You oh my god, no.
Listen, please, listen!
Please, listen! Let me speak!
You'll raise your voice at me. I will embarrass you out of this call.
Please calm down.
Please calm down, please.
I'm trying.
If you want to get your point across, I don't think
Please listen.
raising your voice at this point is really going to help you much.
Like, the message you sent to Lyle literally said, I cut it off because I know this was going to lead to trouble, and because I was going to be given an ultimatum. That does not read as, oh, Suzy did fucked up shit and I don't want to be associated with that. So you did it for outside validation.
Can you not yell?
No, it's not. In hindsight, I know how that reads. I'm so...
Oh, in hindsight, you know. In hindsight, I know how that reads. Listen, at that moment, I wasn't able to read it. The Heaton stuff is right after the duel situation is what makes this all too good. Listen, I'm still waiting for more Heaton, but apparently she's a sneaky one, so don't know how much Heaton we will get.
Give me a second, please.
Okay.
1 second. 1.
And after
Tore up I was about what happened with Suzy. There was a lot of the details I didn't have still. And
oh, there's so many details about my girlfriend I didn't have. Oh, I never knew.
I was kind of torn on making a decision because
I knew it would have consequences for me. Heaton sounds like an American Peaches. Yes, that's what I say all the time, and people told me I was crazy.
God, I loved her so much. And
why? Why though?
I didn't want it to be true. I think I was still in denial. I had a lot to process. I didn't sleep until 7 a.m.
Okay, stop.
That's a normal Saturday.
You're doing it again? Stop.
No,
I had no sleep!
I'm so tired. Everybody in this call is giving you way more grace than they should. You're consistently emotionally manipulating the entire fucking call every single time you speak.
That's not what I'm trying to do! Can you please?
That's not what I'm trying to do!
Listen!
Everybody should have been listening, and every single time you come at this, it's, oh, I was manipulated, oh, everything's so hard for me, I don't give a fuck, you wronged Bryn. This is about how you wronged Bryn, it's not about your little woo-woos, it's not about your little boo.
You're right, you're crazy, and that's why we love you. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm the most neurotypical person I knew.
I don't care. You fucked up, you keep fucking up, and you're not willing to take any accountability because every time you ask for it, you self-victimize.
Yes.
So once in your life, I am begging you to
Give
just
her
sit
hell.
here and give straight up answers and not devolve into your little story of how everything is so sad.
Don't tell Yen.
Oh, it's so hard for you. I don't care how hard it is for you. It's hard for everybody out here. We're not making it a point to use it to emotionally manipulate a call that's holding us accountable. So stop.
And also, Jace, this is what I meant earlier when I said time and place. It's being pointed out to you that you going to lie about these concerns was inappropriate, and you're bringing up all of these factors that was making it emotional.
God damn it! $1 for the misgender jar. Sounds like that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Difficult for you. Jace, you have friends. And you are a grown fucking adult. I'm sorry.
Jace has friends. It's crazy.
You have both of those things.
Yeah.
So, and also, I want to point out from the message that was read, Jace, you should know that as a person who, as far as I'm aware, has wronged Lio, and because of that, Lio doesn't.
You, with all the love in my heart. No, typical is not the adjective I would use to describe you. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Want really to talk to you on that level. You should know it's not your place to be like, hey, can we talk
That's a sad cat.
things out? Can we bury the hatchet? If that's not something Lio wants, why do you feel it is your place to ask about that?
That's actually something I mentioned and said about wanting to add on to Sparrow's point.
Oh my god, is that the wizard? Wait, I need to slow him down. Is that the wizard again?
Because in general, these things about talking about what your pain specifically from the whole I was manipulated.
It's a wizard!
I was manipulated to the whole like you breaking up with Suzy and what you meant to Lio in those messages. Like, even beyond this call, this goes about the taking these incidents and trying to make them about you specifically. Like, there is a difference between, like, of course, I'm not saying you can't talk about pain, of course.
But the wizard is spitting.
what I'm saying is, when you talk, this call, is being about taking accountability for your actions, and you start skewing it to be about.
I want him to give me a quest.
About your personal pain over the pain that you've caused, not like as mentioned, not just emotionally manipulative, but it makes it come off as a whole as you are ironically trying to dodge accountability, trying to avoid addressing what the actual problem is.
And like, Jace, I really do want to believe you when you say that you're well-intentioned, or at least you try to be.
The wizard is spitting and forgetting. Listen, I just want him to give me a quest, okay? He sounds like he would be amazing to play D&D with.
But it's a little difficult. We're in the same call where I'm asking you to recognize there's a...
I don't know, our German. What do you mean our German? Is shit at placing accents? Yeah. You know what? You're right. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Fair point. Yeah, very fair.
Time and a place to recognize your own personal issues when it comes.
I hope I never go into a social group where you are obliged to do an intervention on someone via Discord voice chat. I will be muted for laughing so hard. Hey Julie, wanna do an intervention later? With Saint?
These two situations where you've potentially done something inappropriate or negatively affected somebody, you try to do the exact same thing that I was telling you was a problem earlier, where at an inappropriate time, where you did something that you have since been informed was not appropriate for you to do, you bring up negative things that were affecting you to be like, yeah, well, I was going through this and I was going through that. Jace, lots of different people go through lots of different things all of the time. It's very understandable. It can be understandable.
You can also join Quantum. What do I need one for, Saint? Should I start in alphabetical order? Yeah, we're doing intervention on Saint.
To a degree. Jace, you noted in that message you were spiraling. I am 100%, I'm actually 110% sure that you have people that you can go to.
I would just get kicked for screaming fat puss at them, to be honest.
When you were spiraling. And the reason I am so sure of that is because you were literally talking about earlier in the chat, people that you are friends with, who you do not want to lose. You could have gone to them, and it would have been, maybe not timing-wise, as of recent, specifically appropriate, but you have other people that you can go to, I'm sure. I
have an Excel list, Saint.
You have friends. So I'm not sure why you went to a person who you've wronged, and not only try to get their validation on something that, I'm gonna be real here, you as an adult should have the ability to validate yourself on, because you're in a community that always talks.
No, listen, listen, I'm already over 30, but you know, as when I was just in my late 20s, I definitely needed someone to validate me on every opinion I ever had and every action I ever did. God, I hate these people.
It's about the right thing to do. So if you were internalizing any of that, you should understand on some level, yeah, that was probably the right thing to do.
The first thing I do after I make a decision, go to my Discord father figure and ask, hey, did I do the right thing here? Come on, are you proud of me? See, I did good.
And B, you acknowledge the shitty things that you did to them in your message asking to bury the hatchet about it, which is not your fucking place, considering you were the one in the wrong in those situations.
I'm ashamed to admit I used to be like it. Just listen, at least you learned. I hope.
I have to question how, honestly...
Well, you wouldn't say I used to be like that, you know? At least you got out of the habit.
Can I value those good intentions when Jace... Like, I don't even know if I can give you any goodwill after that. Because it's so fucking... It's so... No. It is so fucking insane to me that you sat here and did that after I just got done explaining to you why it was a problem. You know how insane that is?
Yeah, I think it might have been...
Jace, this is not some little oopsie.
I will say, as long as you all get your shit together. For the most part.
This is a repeated pattern of behavior that you have illustrated my point for. So thank you for that, I guess. But in doing so, you have essentially shown, at least to me, that the goodwill that I've had, or at least tried to have, has clearly been misplaced. So thanks for that, I guess. I don't know, I'm irritated, because why the fuck did you do that? Deadass.
I just
That
might have
is.
been on impulse.
Okay, so you can acknowledge that you're impulsive.
Yeah, I can certainly.
Okay.
That.
Okay, so then why the fuck are you, instead of, I don't know, thinking about your actions for more than 2 seconds, like normal people with normal impulse problems try to do?
Yeah, you know what? At a certain age, you should learn that you can control your impulses and that it will be, what's the word? Fuck. Liability for you in your adult life, and that's when you say, yeah, I really need to get help. And then you have to get the help you need to get that shit under control, because otherwise you won't go anywhere. I will say it again, call me lactose because I can't tolerate those hoes. You know what, that's a good one.
They do something that might be impulsive. You just act on it anyways. You seem to be very aware of your own weaknesses and problems, at least when it comes to talking about these kinds of situations where you fucked up. So I don't understand why you don't just actually fucking work on it like a normal person. Because I want to believe that you're capable of that, but I don't understand why you don't just fucking do it.
Why do you believe that they are capable of that? Why though? Impulse! Impulse! It's almost as well to blame it on my autism. Ah, you have to blame it on the dyslexia. Or you know what's the best excuse always? The BPD.
It's difficult. It's not impossible.
Beautiful princess disorder. Wasn't Nessie and Hidden claiming they were impulsive? Yeah. It's a group excuse. Come on now.
It's never been impossible, and I don't understand why you.
It's autism.
You continue to do that shit when you should fucking know how fucking
goddamn communists.
It has been illustrated. Point being, TLDR, final summary, because I don't want to start repeating myself. It has been illustrated to you how that was inappropriate, and you still did. I don't think there's any excuse for that. I don't think there's even really any real explanation for that, and I don't really think I can give much grace on that. So I guess I'm done talking, because if I continue, I'm probably gonna start getting really pissed off, and I really don't want to do that. So thank you for letting me speak.
Are we done? Because I want to give my final words.
Sure.
I wish you the best, even if you've hurt me a lot. I'm hoping that...
No, Vin, you're being too nice.
You can post an apology, I guess, and tag me, because I have my tag here. You can copy and paste it or whatever. I'm not gonna deny I was not a great person back then. I'm not an angel. No one is. I'm trying to better myself, and you should as well. I'm sorry, this one's on.
It's still going for 10 more minutes.
Scripted. I didn't write this one down.
No,
I'm just gonna say we both struggle with impulse issues. Learn to read between the lines. Learn to not break yourself away from the habits of being around mean girl circles, because it transformed you into this monster. Not on the level of monsters, but like a bully that caused me pain.
How is that? Somehow everyone in this group is either a cry bully or a groomer.
Yeah, I came to this realization a while ago that I think being in a lot of circles like that is just gonna brought out the worst in me, so just taking myself out of all of this.
Same for me. I just wanna...
When Willie is too nice, she gives way... I think... Fuck, I don't know what Vin's pronouns are. They give way too much grace. That's another $1 for the misgender jar, isn't it?
Finish everything off.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
My video on Heaton is on indefinite hiatus because, I said this in the Suzy call last night, and I said this publicly. I had nosebleeds once and twice a day for 6 days straight, going through the logs, because this thing said were incredibly traumatizing to look through. And I had to have a friend look through it because I couldn't do it alone. And I had to have a call in here because I did not want to do it alone. And
I swear this mean girl high school syndrome or cry bully mindset is fucking annoying. Like, these people have shitty social skills or something. Yeah, most of them are definitely socially stunted. Like, either... I'm pretty sure most of them were bullied in school, let's be real. Bullied at school, and then they finally got to play the big ones on the internet and then became what they hated. As per usual.
seeing things in real time with people and just copying and pasting it in Rin's bin. And I hope for your sake, this will be your wake-up call.
It will definitely not be. They will just think about how they can get away with it better next time.
Makes sense.
If anything at all.
Yeah, I'm not making sense.
No, don't worry, you're making perfect sense. And
okay.
Quite frankly, I'm
good.
Hey, congrats, Jilly! You can see all the messages now. I'm so proud of you.
Sorry if I took up much time.
Don't pay.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to add, because, God forbid, if you issue that apology to Rin, if I catch any, oh boo-hoo, woe is me in that is not an apology, okay? That's an excuse. So, for once, I am begging you to sit down and just be like, this is what I did, this is why it's wrong, and I'm sorry for it.
Yeah, Pudgy, you're right, but some people, as soon as they have the chance and get some, or feel like they finally have something to say, they will, I don't know, crack, and just be like, yeah, finally, I'm one of the big ones. No, I am one of the mean girls. Pulled a few to them, they remember the score. True. I don't know what it is with these people, because most of them, I mean, all of them say they have some trauma in any way. I mean, who isn't traumatized these days, you know? Haha. Jokes aside. You know, but somehow some people just can't deal with themselves first before they are like, you know what? I am fine. Actually, everyone else is the problem.
No context, no whining, no boo-hoo, my life is so sad, everything sucked, nothing of that. Because that's the least you can do. You already significantly failed throughout this entire call by being emotionally manipulative, like at every turn you could be. So the least you can do is issue a proper apology. And I hope you're able to do that.
I hope for your sake that this will be taken as a learning lesson. And that I am not too harsh in this because I full disclosure, I did not want to take out the anger that I felt for you upon you because he was sexually harassing me.
I would have had every right to be quite fucking honest.
Well, no, because you didn't do that. But if you knew about that, I would have been having every right. But I'm too tired to be honest.
Fair.
Again, I have hurt a lot of people. I've hurt Ephraim. I've hurt Maria Kutsu. I've hurt Lily. I've hurt Laka.
Why is Rin taking more accountability than the person who did all this shit with them? Bruh.
I've hurt so many people, so I'm not here to judge you too much. I may have said angry things about you in the server, but that was out of sheer shock and anger of what you said. I don't permanently hate people or dislike people. It usually just goes away over time if that helps with you or whatever. I hope you have a...
Have you ever had a Marlow cup? What is a Marlow cup? What are these words you speak?
good night, if you like.
Oh, I
have a
just
good night.
looked at the sidebar. Spare said they just remembered something.
Okay.
Oh boy, will there be a last crash out in the last 7 minutes?
I guess I'm just like Jace. I feel like we've had this conversation before, and I think that's part of why I'm so frustrated, because we have talked about this. Like, I think we talked about this in like January or like.
Actually, vengeance and hate is based. I put them all in my little curse jar.
Not January, sorry. I think it was like March or April-ish.
It's like chocolate and marshmallow, like a Reese, but no peanut butter. You know what? I need to Google it to learn what it is. Mallow cup. Why did it change to Yahoo again? God damn it. I don't want fucking Yahoo. Give me Google. Okay, fuck it. Mellow marshmallow? Ah, in the chocolate. Oh, we don't have many candies with marshmallows, sadly. We only have like the pure marshmallows or like small marshmallows you can put in your hot chocolate. But otherwise we have very little, at least around my place, we have very little candy with marshmallows. So I never had those.
Oh, the thing with...
Yes, call Light, I, and Jace had sat down and had a conversation, and I brought up very issue. I guess I'm just frustrated that we are back here.
Listen, this isn't Kill Bill, this is reality TV show Discord edition. Yeah, no, man, most people usually compare the ACC with like Game of Thrones. You go by she, her, or they do. She, her, but I also don't care if it's anything else. Gender is a concept. I have given up, I have risen above.
So, I guess that's the main takeaway I have is I don't understand why you've spoken about being good intentioned.
Yeah, I think
I'm fully done after this. I just want to say like Jace, like you've known you've had.
She's terrible at pronouns, call her whatever. She can't get mad exactly. Who am I to judge? Also, my avatar is also male, so I love to confuse the femboy. Okay, actually, okay, who cares? snail self, exactly.
This problem. You seem to be very aware of your issues, but you've known you've had this problem.
Oh, we also have the jars of straight marshmallow fluff.
So I'm not even sure why you got upset that it was pointed out to you as being a trend when you've done it before in multiple situations and it's been called out.
It's indeed male! It's more visible in the art than in the VTuber. But yes.
Every time.
I'm sorry to cut in, but I do think something hidden in chat needs to just be addressed. Do we get everything after this? Else we run in circles again? Because I was even gonna highlight this part. I think at this point we've kind of just been going in a circle like NASCAR.
Oh, I was just gonna say like Jace, like there needs to be actual improvement shown.
I trick you all.
At this point, you cannot keep just apologizing for things or admitting you fucked up. You have to actually work on it. Apologies only go like so far, and I think you've like long exhausted that. So I'm done. That was all I really wanted to emphasize. And that was it. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make anyone feel like we were gonna go in a circle.
No,
my bad.
It's okay. It happens.
All right.
But yeah.
One more thing. Hopefully this will be the last time I ever have to set foot in one of these spaces.
Hidden locked herself in the freezer.
I'm trying to close the book on this part of my life and do better things. I fucking guess.
We have a Discord. I have a channel. I share the Discord. I have a channel. I share the server with the Oblog, where I'm also a co-host. Wait, let me grab a link. Or Saint, if you could grab a link, that would be neat. You're still around? Who's faster? Will it be me? How do I get a link? Use copy button. There I go. Delete it. Boop. There you go. You're free to join, and my channel in there is DewsSnailHouse of Horror. Co-host, you haven't been on in months. Listen. Oof, as much as I like Icon. I never joined one, yeah. Fair.
Happy to come in here, help give Rin some closure, and it seems like we got that, at the very least, if nothing else.
You know what, Blue? You've been around for long enough. You shall receive. Bam, and bam, and bam.
So like,
I believe so. I don't believe I'm gonna have a chat with you at this point. I don't think he will, and he sexually harassed me in the most one of the very disgusting way. If I have a conversation, it would be much more like, I don't know, I would be yelling, and I do not want that.
Listen, I'm always on the Oblog in spirit, okay? Shush.
With who I'm living with and stuff. Sorry.
Something
Blue got the funny wrench.
Are we done? We're all done, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I can dismiss Jace if you guys want.
Yeah.
Jace, you are dismissed.
Court is adjourned.
Have a good day.
Who was that? Who said that? Board is adjourned. You are dismissed. Board is adjourned. It wasn't even that funny. Why did it get me so hard? God, it's okay.
You are dismissed.
Board is adjourned.
Have a good day. Or night, I don't know.
Also,
I wish you the best.
never mind. I'll just like DM, I guess. I don't think the person who I DM is even in this call. Anyway,
Wait.
later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
Immediately. Personally, while Jace shouldn't have trauma dumped, I feel it was he was genuine in this. Oh no. I feel he was in this. I expected a lot worse. That was so painful. Jace has since apologized in a blue sky sweater to me. So I've got something I need to address. Just got done with a call with Win regarding a number of nasty remarks I made about him a few years back, including one that was very much a death threat. I don't know if I can quote stuff without getting flagged, but I need to openly apologize. Not only for the hurtful, aggressive remarks, but for blindly believing people I saw as my friends without a second thought. There's something about me the way I never really think for myself and just kind of follow the general consensus on things. That's a problem in itself, honestly. Not only for the hurtful and aggressive remarks, but okay, I'll read that. Along with that, I've been taking part in some manipulative behaviors, whether I realized it or not, and I need to just really take a look at myself. Try and get back to therapy after insurance fucked me over. I don't even know what much I should be saying here other than I'm sorry, I was a white bitch. Plain. Plain and simple. I need to fucking do better. I've been trying to take some steps even before this, but just a matter of figuring out where to go from here, I think. Genuinely, Win, I don't know if sorry is even enough, but regardless, I'm sorry. A lot of people hurt you, myself included, and I just hope that past this point you can find some peace. I don't know if I've worded this correctly in the slightest, but no excuses. I've been awful. All there is to it. I'll be off for a while and reflect and try to get my shit together, so do what you will with this. Just, I'm sorry. I heard a white bitch, not a white bitch. God damn it, Saint. That was something. That was something. Same. Shut up, I said it right. Yes, it was quite a struggle session. Quite the struggle session. I mean, if Win thinks it went well, I'm happy for Win that she feels like it went well and this is genuine. I will say it. The only time will tell. I have my doubts because no one ever really leaves. No one ever really... Listen, it's been really, really rare that people like this actually changed when they said, I will reflect on my behavior. Win finally freed from these bitches. Yeah, I sure hope so. That he is now surrounded by better people. So, and it's almost 1 AM again. That's great. So thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have an amazing night, evening, or day, whatever time it is for you. It was fun today. And we will see what we will be up to next time. So, bye-bye!